Go on. Blah blah blah. Streaming on Twitch. I'm 10:30. Everything's great, isn't it? Mom will go on with the show. That's no. Oh no. Can you hear Stone Cold Steve Austin's intro music, perchance? Because there's a good chance I pressed a button accidentally there that is currently making you hear Stone Cold Steve Austin's intro music, and I can't tell. Can you see a huge... Oh, hi. What the fuck is happening here? Unreal shit, man. Hello, doctor. I don't feel very well. I don't know if I need a doctor or a hairdresser. I can't fix that. Right, what we can start by doing is deleting that. I love streaming, man. And then, is it this? No. Oh! So I wonder if we could put this here, right? And then put him here. Oh, he's a very attractive individual. Dando's also having issues. Excellent. Mr. Real, can I nominate you as like a rendezvous between me and Dando? Dando has invited you to join the stream as a guest. That's amazing. I think I will do that. Welcome to Guest Star. I will join Dando's live stream. I agree that I may be recorded. Some features are unable on mobile. Oh no, can you not do Death Star? This is Guest Star. Cool, right, so Dando's invited me. You can see on the left here. Welcome to Guest Star. By using Guest Star, blah, blah, blah. Are you cool with that? And I'm like, yep, continue. So I'm clicking continue. Nothing's happening. Nice one, Twitch. Nice one, Twitch, man. Continue. Nothing's happening. So do I close it? Twitch has crashed. My apps on my phone never crash. This is why I was watching Zach Bussey last night, right? He's kind of like a Twitch guy that knows his stuff. You didn't get subscribe likes? Fuck, man. Everything's just ruined today. It's all rubbish. Augenblick, thank you very much for subbing. You should have got subscribe likes. Very sorry about that. Dando, hiya. Everything's just fucked, man. There's two of me. A wee while ago, there wasn't any of me. Right, I can get rid of him. Right. Transform, reset. Oh, why is that down there? Right. So that's all good. See Guest Star, Dando, if you're still listening to me. See Guest Star, it came through on my phone. It's like Dando wants to Guest Star. So I was like, right, good. But it's like Guest Star Mobile. So I'm like, oh no, well, what do you... Oh... So I think I would need to appear on your stream from my phone or something. Mom will just know everything. What about, like, remember squad streaming? Remember folks just used to do it on Discord with squad stream? But I'm up for trying Guest Star, right? Let's put the effort in, everybody. We'll have a wee show. Twitch Guest Star. Are they no changing it again? So they've changed the name of Guest Star to like something else? Stream Together. So there was Squad Stream that's been rebranded to Guest Star, which has now been rebranded to something called Stream Together. See? Stream Together is currently in beta. That means some planned features are still a work in progress. An earlier version of this product was named Guest Star. So difficult, man. So, can we have each other as guests at the same time? Hello, Neil Slons, and congratulations, Neil Slons, on your recent Patreon achievements. Not Patreon, your thing that you're bringing out, your magazine thing, your book, your comic, your project, Plant Daddy. Congratulations on getting it right here, everybody. Hold on. Okie dokie. So, what we're going to do, Dando is informed us here. So what I now need to do is open Discord on my desktop when I've got when I'm streaming, which is always a wee bit, you know, always a wee bit risky. Just waiting on Discord open takes about a month sometimes for Discord to open. There we go. Okie dokie. So, right, we'll click that and now Discord's telling me what's new. Oh, look, here's a rendered image of like a frog or something. I don't want all of that. I'm in the middle of doing something, Discord. Don't tell me what's new for the 19th of October. So, right, okay, so Dando has now given me a URL and I will copy that URL, copy that into a browser source, but hide it because it's a secret link. Hey, do you know what? No bother at all. I will do that. Should I set up a new scene for guest star? I probably should. Duplicate guest star. Add browser guest star browser. Right. And then what, 1920 by 1080 and I'll just crop it. Here, everybody, I think this is Dando. I think we might be in communication with Dando, folks. This is exciting, isn't it? This is very, very exciting. Is that your good news? Amazing. Just need you to join. How do I do that? How do I do that? Do I need to go to Twitch on the internet? Honestly, twitch.tv, like my dashboard or something like that. Lot of fucking shit. So click on creator dashboard, then click on, this is all different. And we'll click on stream manager. Is it one of these wee things hidden on the right? Sub-only chat, start squad stream, but a squad stream is a different thing. But will this be in with the squad stream? No, it isn't. It isn't in next to the squad stream stuff. But it might be next to the squad stream stuff. Prime subscription and loot reminder. I'll give you one of them. Fire one of them off. No, error. Right, so close that. Twitter timeline, start a watch party. Don't want one of them. Manage a poll. Don't want one of them. Prediction. Stream together. Stream together. Which isn't guest star, but it also is guest star at the same time, isn't it? Backstage activity will be recorded for safety. Guests can now screen share. Group capture browser source displays all guests who are pushed live automatically in your... This is fucking hard, man. Just Discord is the way to do it, isn't it? Add the browser source in your... I've just done that! I've just done that! Look at this! It's the browser source! Just try to relax and talk to my pal Dando. Everyone sets up their own browser source in their streaming software. Host or join a session. Right, let's click get started, right? Add sources in your streaming software. Invite guests. I think Dando's already invited me though. Dando. Send invite. So I'm here just now. I've sent Dando an invite. Dando says getting ready. This is the most stressful 10:30 stream I've ever seen. Honestly, try use some of Twitch's features, man. They're coded by developers that just haven't spoken to anybody in about 12 years. Carivore, how you doing? Thanks very much for subbing, Carivore. Maximum respect to you. And Simulate Gaming, thank you very much for subbing. Oggenblick, thanks for subbing. Base Embrace and Rizla, thank you very, very much for subbing. Welcome in, everybody. We are on in the middle of some hellish... Just try to talk to Dando on the internet, man. And it's all... Honestly, if we're doing this again, I think Discord. Include camera in group output. What does that mean, man? What does that mean? Oh, hello. Can't hear you. It's maybe on my end. Disable stream together. Pin guest. Remove Dando. So I've got a thing that says show on stream. So I can click that. Oh, this is fucking brutal, innit? Here's a paragraph to read when you're live. Guest video will appear in this. I know, well, that's what I would expect. That's why I clicked the button. Guest audio will be pushed through. Well, I would hope so. Guests who leave or are removed will be. Right? So, what is the browser source URL? Is that what that's not what Dando gave me. Dando did. I can't hear Dando, so I can't ask Dando questions. Push guest. Dando is live as a guest on 10:30 stream. Right, so set up browser sources, 2 wee seconds. Browser sources. Set up my browser sources. Individual browser source. There we go. Guest 1. I assume Dando is guest 1. Browser. So even though I've already got guest star browser. Hiya. I can fucking hear you.
Oh, what's happening?
All right, how we doing?
Can everyone see me? Because my troops can see you.
I've no idea. Here, everybody, can you hear and see Dando at the same time? Yes, everybody can!
We did it.
This was
Fucking hell.
harder than it needed to be, man. Jesus Christ. I don't ever want to do that ever again.
That was brutal.
And we've not even begun our conversation, and already I've got like social fatigue. I need like a wee lie down. You know what I mean? I'm like in a
It's a
bad
bit
mood.
framey for me.
Is it? A wee
I
bit.
wonder if I can fix that.
Aye,
Use
you're a wee
custom
bit
frame rate.
framey for me as well. I like that Twitch are trying to add features to help us do things.
Oh dear.
What have you done?
We're back. We're back.
Hello there. How
I
you
changed
doing?
it to custom frame rate, but it seems a bit slow.
Aye.
It's a bit weird. It's framey, isn't it?
I think so.
How does one fix that?
I think it's maybe just what we're given. Maybe it's the limitations of the Twitchy technology. I don't know why they've built this.
Webcams.
Like, this would have cost them a lot of money to put together. And
I know.
folk that
I quite
own
like
this-
it though.
I like that it exists, and I like that they're trying to give us stuff. But I mean, folk could just use Discord, wouldn't they?
Oh,
What's happening?
there he is. Lammy's raided.
Oh, there you go.
Welcome in everybody. Look who it is. It's the Perrys. You raided both of these. Look at that.
Hello, how you doing?
This took us about fucking a good 20 minutes to set up.
I'm already in a bad mood just because it's fucking tough to set up.
It's really bad frame. I know it's really, really framey. Look. How the fuck do I fix it?
You won't look framey, will you, to your folk? It's just me that looks framey.
No, I
Isn't
look
it?
framey as fuck.
Really? This is pish, man. How many guests can you do? You can do loads of guests. Loads and loads.
You can hear 10:30. He's very quiet.
1, 2.
How do you fuck like? It's the most unintuitive
I fucking hate it. I'll shout, right? I fucking hate it. If you can't hear me, I'll shout. I hate it. This is pish. No, once we get going, it'll be dead good. Oh, it'll be brilliant.
Aye. This is guest. No, it's no guest star. What's it called now? Streaming together.
It was called Guest Star, which is different for Squad Stream, but Guest Star is now been modified slightly, so it's no longer Guest Star, it's called Streaming Together. However, the version of it which is called Guest Star still kind of technically exists because Stream Together is in beta. I'm sad that I
wonder
know
if
all
the
of that stuff. I don't want to know all of that stuff. I just want it to work.
I want to fix the framing. Is this Twitch's own thing? Is it their own technology? Yeah. He's dead quiet and frozen. It's a fucking nightmare. That's what it is.
I hate it.
Refresh cache. Let me refresh the cache.
I'd expect to be making cash with the amount of effort that I've had to go through here. I want to be on a wage, man. I feel like a beta tester.
Hold on, fuck, that is so funny. Hold on. What if I... Oh, fuck. What a load of shite.
I hope Twitch is watching, and I hope they feel bad right now.
You need to see this, man. Oh.
What you up to?
Fucking hell. Oh! Hold on, it's working.
Aye?
Oh.
Do you want to just phone us?
Wait, I think if... No, it's totally fucked, by the way.
Really? Mine's is looking alright. I mean, it's not 60 frames per second, but it's like... It's
That's
alright.
a problem.
Where are you changing your frame rate?
In the OBS.
What, on the source?
Why am I like... Why are we frozen? Look at this. What a fucking joke.
I hate it. I hate streaming. I hate computer games. I hate other people. I hate computers in general. It's just put me off
What if,
living, man. I just want to go back to bed and never wake up after having to do this.
What is that source bit? I'm deleting it, hold on.
Delete the full fucking thing, man. Chuck your computer in the canal. I hate it.
What is that? Hold on. Guest star host, right? Guest star. I'm gonna fucking... Okay. Right, give me that browser setting, right? Host, copy that, done. Guest star. Control V, enter. It's just a fucking pile of shite.
Oh, I hate it, man. Stupid amount of steps that you need to go through to hang out with your
What
pals.
if I do left screen big? I can do this, right? And then I can...
I want to try this.
Ah!
Are we working?
I've done a workaround.
When there's a will, there's a way.
It's like fucking Dumb and Dumber, is it? Aye, Fango. This is fucking impossible. It's unintuitive.
Seriously.
Pile of shite.
It's horrible.
Right?
I hate it. It's horrible.
It's just really bad.
What was that
Thank you
person's
very much,
name?
by the way, welcome in, troops. Fango.
Ban forward
No,
slash
only joking.
ban. There we go.
We're only joking. Welcome in, troops. Jiminy, thanks for the follows. I don't know how to like not do that. Talk over you like, thanks for the follow. What's this? What's this up here?
What's what? Have you got a hang?
Oh, sorry, I fixed it.
You're freaking it, Dando, man. I can't see in. You're freaking out, man. You're seeing
You're quite
stuff.
quiet.
You're that
Let me
rattled
see.
by the technology. You're hallucinating.
Is he better now?
Hello, everybody. How you doing? My name's 1030. You might know me off the internet, or like if we've bumped into each other one day, maybe. Hello. Here is a voice level of,
You're
my
all
voice.
class.
I'm sorry. I'm so fucked off, man, with the amount of pish that we've both had to go through in the past half hour.
I've had to do the most embarrassing workaround ever. I've had to fucking basically use what we look at.
Are you
and
screen?
not the I'm screen sharing, man. Like fucking embarrassing, innit?
Well, my output actually looks good, right? I've added, so I'm using their proper overlay thing. The only thing that I've done
Aye.
is like I've put a wee sort of blur on the thing behind it. I just did that.
Oh really?
Just there. It looks lovely. Looks really good. I think
Might as well.
I'm seeing the frame rate issues that you're talking about, but they seem to calm down a wee bit. So I wonder if we're doing
See,
this
I
again.
can't with that.
What do you mean?
With frame rate and that freaks me right out.
Well, what I'm saying is it's calmed down, I think. It doesn't look as juddery as what it was right at the start. So, anyway. Have you just muted yourself?
Listen, I'm trying to be fucking stream etiquette here, okay? I'm saying thanks for the follows and stuff like that, okay? Stream etiquette.
This is...
Oh, is it weird though because you can see me? Would
Aye,
you
because I'm
rather
in
I
the
didn't?
middle of talking to you, and then it goes mute, but you're like that. And I'm like that.
Yeah. How come it's no pink in here? What's just happened?
Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be all right. I'm sure it'll be all right.
The sun's out.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's happened.
Did you not have pink lights previously?
Aye, well, they're all pink right now, but because the sun is coming through the smallest crack in the fucking planet,
I understand.
it's somehow completely got rid of the
Overpowering.
pink.
Here, do you know what that room would be good for? A camera obscura. See if you can...
Oh, aye, well, I've not got the most glamorous of trousers on, right? So I'm embarrassing myself for everybody here, okay? But look,
They're snazzy trousers. What am I looking at?
I look really wee.
Yeah,
I look wee.
you're about 5'6".
But I look really wee. when I put this up,
It just looks as if you're shrinking. I think we're both sort of having a wee bit of a breakdown at the same time because we had to go through this fucking stream together
Lily
push.
Jammies.
No, like, see if you can... See if you can, obviously don't do it now, right? But see if you can somehow block out all the natural light on the window with like tinfoil or something.
Fuck off!
It'll be good, man.
know.
Here, get me over, I'll do it, right? Just squeeze a shot your window. I'll bring my own
I threw
tinfoil.
those blackout blinds that you didn't want to take.
But I don't need them. I've got tinfoil.
Blinding the neighbours, man.
Rachel literally stopped me putting tinfoil on the window when we moved in here. She's like, you're not doing
you
that. And I'm
wanna?
like, aye, fair enough, fair enough.
You fucking wanna, by the way.
Landlord
oh.
thought we were cooking grown hash.
See, because this is the first time we've properly done this. Well, we have done this before. People are like, ooh, 10:30 and Dando streaming together. And I'm like, we've done this before.
We've
you
done
just
this.
missed it.
This is one of the worst ones that we've ever done, honestly. See,
Aye, but it'll get better.
It
Right?
will, aye.
I was going to say, are we working out stream etiquette here? See if we get like subs and resubs. You want to take like a minute break to like just say thanks for the...
aye. Well, listen, you've just got a big raid, so I will let you guide that because it's been about 15 minutes since anything's fucking happened over here.
I know. I don't like how you said thanks to me.
So, do you want to deal with that? And I'll just
Aye, I'll mute myself.
I'll just hang out over here, man. Just like not getting any subs or anything coming in, and Dando's all pure like, oh, thank you very much for all the subs, and that. And I'm just like that. Jenkel,
Stop that!
can you hear it?
I fucking can hear it. Aye. That is fucking minging. I didn't know ears could do that.
It's good, isn't it? Have you seen the size
is
of my
pretty good, to
earlobes,
be fair.
Dando? Like, they're fucking massive, man. Look at the
It's not
size of
something
these.
that I fucking actively looked at.
I can hide stuff. Like, I can actually use them to smuggle stuff. Like, hold on, I used to. Seriously? Right, the other
How
lighter
you
that I had wasn't as full, and I could do. What about an elastic band, right? I did it a couple of weeks ago and it worked great. Here, what about like a wee HDMI video capture card? I think I could.
See, that's you can't tell your head that defeats the purpose. Any cunt can do that.
It does, aye. Sorry.
A pen's a good shout. Aye, a pen.
I don't have a pen. I've got a scalpel, right? But I don't want to try that because if it falls, do you know what I mean? That'll be bad news.
Yeah, why don't you pierce your ear live on stream? That's a good idea.
Here, Dando, do you want to try and get banned, right? Just for just for the attention, because see if you get banned on Twitch.
First streamers doing fucking their big money pit fucking guest stars banned on stream. I get banned on stream.
Did you?
I've been banned on Twitch, yeah.
All right. What did you?
I've told you this a million times.
I don't
But I know there's people that don't know that story. It's great, by the way. It's brilliant.
I'll do the thing on a talk show, right, where even though I might know the story, I'm like,
yeah.
okay,
yeah.
so hey Dando, yeah, so I heard this thing about somebody told me maybe you get banned once on Twitch. That's not true, is it? Please tell me all about it.
Well, about 4 years ago when I was like a really small streamer, I must only had about fucking 5 viewers. So I never thought it, no, I thought there's 5 fucking random cunts seeing my pals. Right, this is going to be fine. Playing Left 4 Dead 2, right? Lots of mods on Left 4 Dead 2. If you're familiar with it, you know you can get hundreds of workshop mods on Steam, right? So I thought it would be dead funny to put on the naked character mod.
Brilliant.
With an incredibly detailed Bobby on Ellis. And my pal, right, while we were streaming, was playing Ellis, and he was standing behind a door and just edging out. And the Bobby had like physics, and you just seen the Bobby, and I was pure howling, zooming in on it, man, going right up to like, hey! And woke up the next day and I couldn't log into Twitch.
Oh no! Bobby banned?
Bobby banned. It was fucking worth it though, I'll tell you that. You know what I mean?
Did you get any press or attention out of it? Because, you know, the meta on Twitch nowadays is to try and get banned, but the thing is, the word banned doesn't mean ban, it's just like a suspension. So, like, for 3 days, you're not allowed to stream. But then, see all these higher end, like, streamers with, like, 25,000 folk watching and all of that. Did you see that one where apparently she forgot she was streaming and had sex on stream?
Oh yeah.
I forgot, and that's all. I've been banned for 3 days, and after those 3 days, the news story is all over the internet. So everybody's waiting till she comes back. Hit subscribe. There we go.
Live.
And the career's a lot bigger than what it once was. So I wonder what we could do. I was thinking about maybe. I heard ages ago that one of the original folk on the site set fire to a chair and then pissed it out. And that was one of the folk. Oh, yes! Is that Hamish?
That's Hamish.
All right, pal. I've met Hamish.
He's a good boy.
Any ideas in that head, Hamish? He's just letting you as well. He's just like, fucking, I don't even care, man. I'm a big cat, man.
He's a big boy. I was going to say something to you.
Was that a strategy in how we can maybe get PR and press and attention?
We could just fall out over a game.
Please, I'm not going to get started, man. See if I was even just a wee bit drunk just now, man.
Why do you think I don't drink anymore?
About 5 or 6 things they were belters as well, flashed into my head, and I'm just like, no.
About fucking how many minutes into the squad stream, man? Couldn't help myself. I'm going to sit down now, actually. Press the button, look at this.
That was funny. That's really good. Oh, here, did I tell you that your standing desk has inspired Rachel?
Yeah, she bought the same one.
Did you hear her story? So Rachel bought the exact same one, and then I got her like an early birthday present. I got her the treadmill, because now you're talking about a treadmill as well. Have you not heard that story?
Not desk one.
Aye. So it was dead cheap, right? It's well, I say dead cheap. It's like 160 quid, but see, for a treadmill, that's like an alright amount of money. So I thought, right, it's her birthday.
160
on Amazon. It's reduced, so you can't like pure sprint on it. It's for a desk. It's not like a workout one. It goes to 5 miles an hour. So it was reduced, and Rachel's birthday's coming up. She's just got a desk. She's wanted like a good sort of workspace and stuff for a wee while. And I'm like, I'm going to get her that treadmill. Do you know what I mean? She's put a wee bit of effort into, you know, try to get the office all good and all of that. So, right, got her the treadmill. But it arrived, right, and I don't have any sort of patience or whatever, so even though it's for Christmas, I'm like, yeah, I got you a treadmill, Like, it was literally just delivered, and I'm like, look, yes, look, man. So I went in and I set it all up for her and stuff, and she loved it, and it was great. And so she started to use it at work, and it's really good. See, between that and the adjustable thing.
Yeah.
However, right, so she was in a meeting, and her and somebody, it was like a Zoom works meeting thing, video chat, and so she's in a meeting, and that meeting finished, and her and a pal who was in that meeting had to then join another meeting, but that other meeting had been going for like half an hour already or whatever. So she finished one meeting, and her and her pal are chatting to each other when they're in a queue to enter this other big meeting. And they're in this queue for about 5 minutes. And she's just chatting away. So what are you up to? She's like, I got a new desk. Look, she's showing it, go up and down. Got a treadmill as well. All right, cool, nice one. And her pal's like, well, how fast can the treadmill go? And she's like, well, it's not a workout one. It can go at like... So she's like that. She makes it go faster, and she's sprinting. So she's full pelt, and she's like that. She's like, it can go quite fast. But just before she says it can go quite fast, boop, boop, on the Zoom meeting that she was waiting, somehow the video, she gets accepted right at the worst possible moment.
Oh.
And it's the full board. She's piped through to the full board. And because like it's making a lot of noise, she's like boom, 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 thud, 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 thud. So it's her that comes first and foremost when she's just piped through. They're in the middle of chatting about something else, and all of a sudden they see Rachel fucking scalping it. And the thing is, she realised immediately what was going on. So she's like, stop. But it takes like a good sort of 10 seconds to slow down.
My fucking God.
She had to like just sort of...
Oh, Rachel. Oh, hen. That is... Did they say anything about it?
She's
Did they
not really...
even
She sort of
acknowledge it?
tried to style it off. They didn't really... Her pal was laughing.
That's fucking brilliant.
But proper full
See,
board as well.
that's-
Full board. So watch out if ever you're in a meeting. You know what I mean? We can all
Yeah.
learn for that.
Poor Rachel.
What doing?
I had to run to make it.
Wow.
What is it?
Sorry, I built something yesterday and it's just making a hell of a noise. And I don't know
fucking
why.
became sentient when it's coming to get you, James.
I'm a wee bit worried about it actually. I might... It's like the pure fan has just went on. I didn't know it had a fan in it.
See, this is why I don't trust you to come up and put tinfoil on my fucking windies, because...
Tinfoil
Okay,
doesn't
let's-
go on fire. Actually, it does. It does actually. It's a wee bit worried. Anyway, how you doing? You alright?
Aye, I'm alright. Just been trying to gut the house a wee bit. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to be making my Halloween costume
Oh,
tomorrow on stream.
So
I've had to go. I've
you've
tried
been-
to cut some corners.
you've been talking about your Halloween costume for months and months and months. So the last time you were talking about it, you were quite excited to potentially. Have you revealed what it is? Can I guess? Can I guess first?
Do you know what it is?
Well, ages ago you were talking about doing Ripley because she's in DBD. You doing Ripley?
Aye.
Class, you've got the hair for it and stuff.
I've got the hair for it, right? So, me being me, I must have spoke about this in summer, and I was like, yeah, we're going to do fucking my Halloween costume and that, right? And then I close my eyes, blink, and it's fucking October the 26th.
I'm in a similar
right? And I'm like,
position.
well, I've no done fuck all.
Can you let the
right?
cat out?
Hamish, the door's on, son. No, isn't he? Right.
Sorry, I derailed that.
No, it's alright.
Wee cat's like, thank you. So he looked up there, he's like,
I've got fashion sense, by the way, it's like you've never seen. So, I haven't sorted it out. The thing is, I was like, well, I've got the hair for it, so what else do I need? You know what I mean? It turns out you need to, a boiler suit and stuff like that.
all the gear.
All the gear. So,
A
I've
pulse
done a wee bit
rifle.
of research, and I'm pretty sure I don't have a pulse rifle, right? It's a problem. And her fucking jumpsuit's like grey. Mm-hmm. But I've not got a grey jumpsuit.
If you get a party to go to, or is it for the stream?
It's a party, and I will wear it on stream as well after.
Cool.
But here's what I have done, right? So last minute yesterday, I was like, fuck, right? My wee brother, he's a plumber. He's got a fucking boiler suit, right? Unfortunately, it's navy, but do you know what needs must?
Nobody,
Whatever will make it
nobody
work.
remembers,
Nobody's
man.
gonna know.
Nobody
I
knows,
know,
man.
everyone thinks it was navy, and then I was like, it's actually grey.
Nobody cares. See, just as a wee side fact, just now,
Aye.
what colour is Michael Myers' jumpsuit in the original Halloween?
In the original Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
grey.
It's blue. Sorry, it's green. It's green.
Is
Believe it or not, aye. It
Did I
doesn't look
watch
green.
it recently?
Doesn't look green, but it's green.
It's green, there you go. I thought it would have been grey because I remember seeing it, but maybe it was like grey, so there you go.
We spoke about
But
this on
then
my
the
stream
first
very
thing you
recently.
think about, though, is you think it's blue. Mm-hmm. So no one's going to really know unless they're like me and they care a wee bit. But then I was like, do you know what? I'm not spending money on a boiler suit when I've got one that will just be as good, right? And then I was like, I need to get the patches.
Mate, nobody gives a fuck. It's not as if somebody's going to be like, oh, I met Dando at his party last night. Oh, it was great. Did you? Aye, how's she getting on? Aye, really, really good. Our boiler suit, though, was grey. And it really should have been blue. What?
Oh, wait,
Aye,
wait,
Dando,
aye.
our party was great and all that, but our boiler suit was just the wrong colour for being Ripley. Right. Nobody gives a fuck, man.
Do you know what I had to sit? I've not even got my phone on me, right? So it was a company that my wee brother is an apprentice for. So it had screen print on it. On the back, there was a massive company logo on the back. It screen printed on. Massive company logo screen printed onto the boiler suit here, right? Fucking acetone, man.
Aye.
Rub, and it just peels right off. So I
Magic.
sat for about fucking an hour and a half yesterday getting this company name off of the boiler suit done. It's been in the washing, done.
Your wee
I'm
brother's
gonna
getting
have
the
to
sack.
No, he says I can have it, it's fine. I need to take the legs up. So I'll do that on stream. So I'll do a bit of sewing on stream tomorrow. I need patches, so you know the Nostromo patches, here and here, and then a Ripley patch, and then she's got the wee sort of like wings, and then a wee red thing. I have bought cotton, a sheet of white cotton, transfer paper, and fusing fucking
aye.
fabric.
Very nice.
And I'm going to print off and make my own patch.
Dynamite. Very ambitious.
So,
Is that what you're doing tomorrow on stream?
Yeah. I've never done the printing things or anything like that. So that will be fun. Trying to A, fight with the printer. B, understand what the fuck I'm doing with it. So I transfer...
That sounds brutal,
I
man.
print it off on the transfer paper, right? And
Aye.
then I
Need to
iron
flip
it
it.
onto the white cotton.
Need
I
to
need to flip it.
Photoshop or whatever
So
first.
I don't know how to use Photoshop, so I might need to...
Flip horizontal.
Is that it?
Aye. Edit,
All
flip
right,
horizontal.
that's
You can do it
fine.
in Paint, you know what I mean? But then the challenge will be getting it printed at the right dimensions.
I know, that's another thing. I'll need to work that out. Print it on the transfer paper, iron it onto the white cotton, cut it out, iron on the fusing shit, and then I'll sew around the edges so it actually looks like a patch.
I can't believe you've gone to all of this effort, Dando, but you haven't went to the effort to get the right colour of jumpsuit.
Listen, the original plan, right? This is how funny it was. The original plan, do you know what I was going to do? I was going to just print the fucking patches out on an A4 bit of paper and fucking stick them to me with safety pins.
Could print out Sigourney Weaver's coupon and just staple it to your forehead. Just be like, here I am.
So I think we'll do all right.
That sounds brilliant. Honestly, that sounds really, really cool. I'm right into all that stuff. I was into the RPF replica props forum back in the day, but I was more into making props and stuff than I was doing costumes or wardrobe or whatever. So I think I've got a Stormtrooper outfit that I got with my student loan, because student loan.
Oh, I've seen that, aye. Well,
So-
I've not seen it in person, but I'm sure you've showed it at one point.
Well, I got really
Maybe.
fat since I got it, so it doesn't fit me. And it's not as if you can squeeze into it because it's made out of like vacuum formed ABS plastic. So there's no there's no give on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's a sin, man.
So I've got it in the loft, and maybe one day I'll get thin again round about Halloween and wear it to a party. But we'll see how it goes.
That's a lot. That's a lot of effort for Halloween, by the way.
Aye.
That's ripping it. Just going to go to the gym, lose 100 of weight just for next Halloween.
Stormtroopers were thin. In order to make Darth
Yeah.
Vader appear taller, most Stormtroopers were about 5'9", And
Oh, really?
they used dancers and stuff for the first one. I think, aye, they used sort of short people. We factoid
Aye.
there, we Star Wars factoid.
I would have been good as one of the wee small hairy people. Wee hairy monsters.
Aye, the Ewoks.
Aye.
Aye.
A wee Ewok.
Dynamite.
That's what we call Archie. He's a wee Ewok.
Oh,
So, yes.
please get Archie an Ewok outfit. That'll be class. Because now
Well,
you can
I got him my lion's mane with wee
Dynamite.
ears. So I'll get pictures of that and put that somewhere.
It's one thing I've
It's
not
cute.
no done with Fred. Is not how the outfits that you can get for pets, but it looks as if their two front legs are like, it looks as if they're bipedal. You know what I mean? So the wee paws are feet.
That's the best one. You need to get them then because they're so funny and just video them running towards you pure.
Oh, we have
Are
to.
you doing
Man.
it for Halloween?
Well, the past 2 years, I've done like a special on Halloween. So 2 years ago,
Yeah.
I didn't tell anybody I was doing it, and I came on stream and travelled back in time on stream and fought Mankind in a WWF wrestling ring in
I
1998.
remember that.
So that was a lot of fun.
That was
And,
good.
So then the year after that, I was like, how do I beat that? Because the first time I did it, I was using like deep fakes and all that sort of stuff.
Aye.
But the year after that, I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? And as it turned out, it was the 30th anniversary of Ghostwatch.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
I remember
Ghostwatch.
this as well. That was
Ghostwatch
good.
is a big deal. So that was a year ago that I did that. So we did a watch along of Ghostwatch, but then all went spooky. So halfway through watching the Ghostwatch thing, the video got corrupted because
Yeah,
the ghost.
yeah.
Oh, and then oh.
That was good fun, man.
And
That
all-
was so good. Have you got that archived?
It isn't on the internet just now, but I've got it on this computer. So I was thinking about doing it as like a rebroadcast thing, maybe like tomorrow
just
or something.
rerun?
Aye, because nobody's seen it for about a year. Then similarly with the wrestling thing, I've got it somewhere, but it's not online. But right, see, similarly to what you're talking about how like 6 months ago you had this great idea, and then all of a sudden you've got 4 days.
Yeah. You done the
Something
same
like
thing.
that shit. Right, what am I going to? This is the 3rd year. Oh fuck. Fuck. And folk are sending me messages like that. Oh, 10:30, Halloween's coming up. Oh, I bet you've got something planned. And I'm like,
Aye, 6 months ago, but I did nothing on it.
Aye, I've been
Nothing.
a very busy man. Been a very, very busy man. So I don't know if it's going to all come together, basically, which is why I've not been promoting it. But if it is going to come together, I'll be streaming on Monday night, and it's going to be something a wee bit different. However, right, so
It's
that's.
Monday night, Halloween night,
I hope so. Or no, is it Tuesday?
Tuesday
31st
night.
Tuesday. I'll be streaming on Tuesday. Yes, that gives me a fucking extra day to figure out what the hell I'm doing.
There you go.
So we'll see how it goes. However, right, do you want to know about something that's happening that is actually existing and real and is happening? It isn't hypothetical and
What?
right. I'll tell you. Tonight, starting off with Scroobius Pip.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about Pip because remember Pip done his forest thing.
Exactly.
That was so good. So tonight you go. Sorry, I butted in.
I don't know what he's got planned. Don't know how ambitious or what's happening. Right. Don't know what he's up to. But knowing him, he's probably doing something kind of cool. I'm going to
Something
give
cool.
Pip a shout out over here.
I don't know if I've got any mods in, so I'll try it. I'm not very good at it.
I've just started multi-streaming, and because of that, I'm using that Restream. And when I use Restream, my chat's fucked, and so now I don't even think it's all working or anything like that. So, but right, it's not just Pip. Is Roscoe in? We should say hi, Roscoe.
Pickle Bee, Antler Beast,
Roscoe is
and
in. Hiya,
someone
Roscoe.
else. Hi,
Aye,
Roscoe.
aye. So Antler Beast, Pickle Bee, fucking is Dolan doing it?
Scroobius Pip.
Pip's starting it
And-
definitely. But basically, there's going to be.
There's a fourth.
Pip's doing a special Halloween thing. After that, he's going to raid somebody else who's doing a special Halloween thing. Oh, don't. I should have looked this up before I started to promote it, shouldn't I have?
I know we're bad people.
Aye. But you get the gist of it.
Balmer. I'm sure it's
Balmer!
Balmer, thanks,
Amazing. Fucking yes. Dynamite. So that
So
looks
that'll
really
be
good.
good.
So,
What time's it start at?
no idea, not a clue. I should have looked up.
Fuck.
The night,
on. I don't
the
have
night
a
on the
phone.
internet, somewhere on the internet. Oh, Roscoe's saying he's doing a special Halloween thing. Dynamite. How we doing this etiquette? Because Roscoe's just subbed and I want to say thanks. But then I don't want to
Hey,
say that.
let's catch up.
Right.
Right.
Can you
Okay.
mute me? Because I don't know how to do it. There we go. I'm just going to talk over your stream until you figure out how to mute me. Roscoe, thank you very much for subbing. Roscoe, how you doing, Roscoe?
I don't think you can mute that. That's
knows,
a
man.
flaw in the system.
It is.
See if you go to the browser source where we are doing this.
I've since closed it. I've since
Can
closed.
you've- Just go to.
Oh, aye. Can you hear me if I'm like this? Dando, you're a jobby. Did you hear that? Did you hear me just call you a jobby? I now can't hear Dando, so I'm going to turn my mic off. And then, Roscoe, thank you very much for subbing. Roscoe's like, I'll get your affairs in order. Thank you very much, Roscoe. Roscoe, never, ever try out, because Roscoe's a streamer, everybody, never, ever try out guest star on Twitch. It's shite. Thanks for subbing. Welcome in. 40 months, man. That's class. I really enjoyed, did everybody see, Puppet 1030 made a wee special appearance on Roscoe's stream last night, and it was very good. He had dentistry work done to him. Hoggy, how you doing? Thank you very much for subbing, Hoggy. Hoggy says, bit awkward that my subs are renewing for both you and Dando at the same time. See, if we had coordinated that, we would have been able to say thanks at the same time. Isher Wood, thank you very much for subbing. This renewed my subs by itself. I ain't complaining. Thank you very much, Isher Wood. And the Mighty Wurlitzer, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome in, good afternoon. And Albin Albino, thank you very much for subbing as well. Hello, Mr. 1030. Haven't been watching a while. What have you been up to? All sorts, mate. All sorts. It's all kicking off. It's all been kicking off. You've got a lot of catching up to do. Welcome in, Albin Albino. Carivore, thanks for subbing. Simulate Gaming, thanks for subbing. Ogden Blick, Base Embrace, and Rizla, thank you very, very much. And welcome in, everybody. If anybody's got any questions for Dando or what have you, feel free to put them in my chat and I'll ask them. Although, obviously, you could just ask Dando directly. That would be a more efficient way of doing it. But for the sake of content, you want me to ask Dando anything, feel free to. Okie dokie. Anyway, without further ado, let's see if Dando's ready for a chat again. Jobby. Hello. I don't know if Dando can hear me. Dando. No, I think she's muted me. It's honestly one of the worst experiences I've ever had. One of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life in regards to the whole technology. Right, everybody, so see this light box that I made yesterday? Every now and again, the fan in it starts to go. Look. That's loud, isn't it? It's very loud. I didn't know it did that. So that there is this bloody monstrosity that I made yesterday. It's getting quite hot. So I might have to rethink my lighting setup. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it does have a fan in it, and it's the fan is switched on, so it's like operating properly. But I just didn't expect. I suppose it is run about 20 amps or something like that. Dando, why stop thanking all your many successful subs and all of that? Oh, cool. I can turn Dando up and down via this. That's very useful. That's good to know. Anyway, it does sound like one of the dentist sucking machines. How you doing, Mary Biscuits? All you need's the... like that. You'd think the negative 15 volts would cool things down. Who knows, man? I've had to... So Roscoe's talking about making coffee. So where are we? And see, when you're saying you're doing a special Halloween thing, are you actually doing a special Halloween thing? So Mary Biscuit says the Halloween Raidathon starts tonight at 7:30 on Pip's channel. That's class. Is anybody currently in Dando's? Is she still thanking lots of folk? Or is she waiting on me getting ready? Because I'm waiting on her. So somebody just tell her that. I've got her unmuted and just pure ready to go. Anyway. So what's happening over here? Roscoe's getting better at making coffee in the AeroPress. I'm thinking about starting, maybe getting back into coffee after having to abstain for a long time because I was getting heart palpitations and anxiety. Oh, here, do you know what I've learned, everybody, which is kind of cool? Turns out vitamin D is directly linked to my my anxiety. So I've started taking really high strength vitamin D supplements, and my anxiety has almost entirely disappeared. Almost entirely. So for anybody out there who's struggling with the fear in your blood and the vibrations under your skin and all of that, try some very high strength vitamin D tablets. It might work. Give it a shot. Might be purely anecdotal. I might be a data point of one person. But seems to be good, man. Seems to be going well so far. So I'm on daily vitamin D tablets. Cannot wait for all of you to see the Halloween Raidathon streams, folks. Pip, Balmer and Antler Beast, and I have a very special night planned for y'all. Picklebee, I'm very, very excited.
Hello.
Hi, Dando, how you doing? 1, 2. Can you hear me yet?
Hello.
Hiya, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Look at Dando's face trying to figure out how to unmute me. Look at her face trying to figure it out. Oh no, you're muted. You're muted now. I can't hear you now. And you've done that. This guest star thing's a big pile of pish. A big absolute pile of pish. Can't hear you, Dando. I can't hear you, Dando! Dando, I can't hear you! I don't know. I get little gummy ones that taste like mango, so I remember to take it. That's class, man. But apparently, if you're anywhere in the UK, even if you work outside for 12 hours a day, even in the height of summer, you're still not getting enough vitamin D. I think it should be government prescribed, man. You should think of getting vitamin D shots instead. Lasts longer and has a better effect. I'm down for that. And also it means that I can't forget to take it, you know what I mean? But I reckon all the panic and mania in my brain might be helped with lots of vitamin D. Please be careful with high strength. It's stored in fat and easier to overload, I see. Well, Modrifier, the last time I got my vitamin D levels checked, I think it's supposed to be like, I can't remember the units, but it's supposed to be like 80 or something like that. And mine was 3. So, I think I've got, is it 4,000 UI? Can somebody tell Dando I'm ready and raring to go? I heard her briefly, but then she couldn't hear me. Ask Taff and Llama, they'd done it in seconds. Oh, the guest star thing? They maybe...
Are you available to chat?
Yes, 100% am. Hiya, can you hear me?
I can't fucking hear you, so...
Well, it's on your end.
You need to press on mute!
No, I've pressed unmute! I'm not muted. It's you that have muted me.
Because it says fucking muted. It fucking says that.
One, two, one, two, one, two,
See,
one,
up
two.
here.
Guest star is shite. Guest star. Look, there's a wee arrow there, as if you can click a wee arrow, but then you click it and there's fuck all there, man. The wee arrow doesn't do anything
I
at
can see
all.
him saying fuck.
Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Is it fucked? Just press the button you press to mute.
I'm not muted. I'm not muted.
Right, listen. Have you got the dashboard up?
Aye.
Right.
Look on
What
my
does it
stream.
say?
Go to my stream. Look on my stream.
I'm on your stream. Mm-hmm. I can hear, aye, and they can hear me.
You look at my stream right now.
Eh? Oh, I
Dando,
never muted him.
you did mute me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I might have muted you.
Ah, you fucking did. For about 5 minutes, I'm like, I am no muted. It's you that have clicked to mute me. And Dando's like, just click a button to unmute yourself. And I'm like, I am not muted.
That was quite good because I was actually understanding that a wee bit. It does still say that you're muted on that wee bit though.
Everyone's fucked, man. Nothing works. Everyone's shite, man. Everyone's rubbish. They should feel bad. No wonder they laid off half their staff, man, with this product. Jesus Christ.
Oh, honestly, they need to like integrate it into the dashboard or something like that.
They need to know bother, man. Just get a different job, man. Just go and do something else.
So
out
you
of
catching
tech.
up with your chat? How's your chat doing? Are they all good?
It's all happening. It's all basically happening.
I should really have your chat up as well, probably, but they've not made that a feature.
Aye.
Oh wait, they have?
Have they? They said that on... Is this called Guest Star or is it called the other thing? I can't keep up. What's happening? I'm looking at chat via like this third-party rubbish thing because I'm multi-streaming. But does it look
I
weird?
can see your chat.
Really?
Yeah, see, on the browser thing where we set it all up and stuff like that, there's manage and then there's an actual chat tab as well, and I can see your chat and my chat. It's good, isn't it, Troops?
Oh, aye. Yeah, that's pretty good. So if anybody's giving me pelters
click
in your
the
chat, I'm on it.
Do you see your chat or my chat?
There's Mandrux Monroe there saying Bobbies, but that's for my chat.
That's your chat, yeah.
Stevja says Dando's honking a farts. Caravor.
I fucking see you, Steve.
I don't think I can see your chat unless they're no chatting just now.
No, it's no coming up. So it's only your chat. I think it's only the host's chat.
Well, that's shite, isn't it?
There's probably a button that we don't know. That you see the Nicky always try to set this up. Let's be honest.
If there is a button, I'm no interested, man.
Fucking
No interested. Thanks, but no thanks.
10:30 is a smelly boy.
Smelly man, thank you. Smelly man, I'm 37 years old. Yes, I do stream on Twitch and play computer games for a living. I'm a smelly man, thank you.
Watched 2 hours stream on Twitch. It was really bad. It was really bad earlier. And I'm still fucked it. I'm not even streaming it in the browser source. I'm actually streaming my left screen.
It helps if you don't mute the person that you're talking to, mind you. But I mean, these things...
It works. It still says you're muted. That's fucking crazy.
I hate everything. I hate it all. I hate trying to do anything.
Aye.
So, do you want to DM me if the Halloween party you're going to is organised by somebody that I know? Because if it is, that means they've no invited me, and I'm quite annoyed at that.
It's a public thing. It's the Moan In thing.
Right,
where you get a ticket and stuff like that. So it's your fucking problem if you did me.
That hasn't appeared on my timeline. Nobody's asked me if I'm going. I want a personal invite to every event. Thank you very much, and a lift as well.
I actually forgot, right? And then I got a message because there was the last few tickets remaining, and G had to basically message me going, reminder to get your ticket, and I was like, fuck, aye. So I think I got one of the last ones and left it to the very last second. So
what you're saying is like definitely no chance, no 10:30s allowed, nobody likes you, you're going to be sitting on your own in the house yourself.
Have you got an outfit?
Well, I've got a stormtrooper outfit, it's a wee bit wee for me, but I could go as like a flabby stormtrooper, it'll be funny. Imagine Ellen Ripley in a wee chubby fucking... You're supposed to wear like a black undersuit under the white plastic, but I could just go as my skin, right? So I've got like wee folds of fat and stuff, you can see my bum. Like fucking Michelin Man fucking shit. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good, class. You should do it. When is it? Is it tomorrow night? Saturday. I might be working. I'm very likely. Picklebee, I think, is trying to hook me up. But I'm very likely working, so let's sack it. Pickles, but I think it'll be very good. Yeah, there's lots of good folk that are going, so you should come anyway. The Moan In lot do very good events, I've heard. They do. They're very, very good fun. A professional outfit. Professional? I know, honestly, the shit they put together is really good. It's also in a place I've never been before, and I can walk to it, so I'm quite happy. Or I would offer you a lift, but I'm not driving all the way to your bit and fucking back, fuck that. Well, I was going to say to you, cause... Oh, I know what you were going to fucking say, What am I going to say? If you came and gave me a lift,
You could come and get those shells I'm going to give you. Was that accurate?
I didn't expect you to do the Puppet 1030 voice, but
It just came out. Like, it was...
here's the thing, Dando, what it is right? Cheeto, so I've got shelves and you want shelves, and you've got a motor and I want a lift, so...
That is a good point, to be fair. We can maybe work something out if you're up for coming.
No, but I was thinking, I'm working tomorrow, right? Just
Which
pick me
is
up
a
for
Saturday.
work, take me home, because I can't get a lift because of other stuff that's going on, right? So I'm willing to sacrifice
Get
these
my
shelves, ruin your Saturday night by just making you do this rather than what you were going to do anyway, because you've got a costume to build and all of that.
Tomorrow's Friday.
I am working on Friday. Oh, sorry,
Right,
you
so
ruin
you
your
said
Friday
tomorrow.
night? I know, my head's fucked, man. My head's absolutely fucked.
Fuck.
Sorry, I keep giving you wee frights. What I'm saying is, I'm in work tomorrow and I want a lift home, okay? And in exchange for
I
lifting,
get my shelves.
get you some shelves. So there's a wee proposition. And
I will think about
you
it.
can think about it. You can get back to me before like 7-ish tomorrow or something.
When do you finish? It's usually 8.
7-ish tomorrow. In fact, I think the show's on at 6:30. I'm in an earlier time.
Right, okay.
So-
Yeah, that's fine. That's plenty of time for me to relax and do my washing and that.
Class. Let us know if you're up for it. It's cool. If you're not, it's cool. What else have you been up to, Dando? I see Texas Chainsaw Massacre isn't as big as it once was. What happened?
Hell, man.
What happened? I just stopped playing
what
it.
happened? It just was buggy,
Mm-hmm.
right? They weren't releasing any new maps, so cunts that were playing it loads get fucking bold to fuck it, and we're like, come on, we know you've got a map, release it, because we've played this, we're fucking bored. Then they were like, well, no, it's fine, we need to make sure we've got all the bugs, issues all sorted, and everything's all looking good. So they did some bug fixes. But by that time, it was already too late because the bugs were in the game for like a week, 2 weeks. And
See,
it was that sissy one.
the grandpa
where when
bug?
she hit you, it slowed you down.
Right.
That grandpa thing's still a thing.
Is that still in it?
So they've not fixed that.
Come on, to fuck.
And then they're like, oh no, like we're going to sort everything out, like, and people are wanting new content, like new actual playable content, like new maps, new characters, etc. But they brought out skins.
The skin for Leatherface was shite. So basically, they're like, we asked
The
this
Nicotero one.
film designer guy who didn't work on it to design his version of it that doesn't look as good. Also, you don't really know who he is. Anyway, that'll be $10.99. And you're like, it doesn't look as
$15.99.
$15.99. Fuck off, Nick Cotero or whatever your name is.
And then they brought out skins for all the survivors, right? But this
Right.
is what's really disappointing about it. So it was $4.99, I think, for the outfit
Aye,
pack.
I seen them.
All they did was they created like something that looked very similar to like what they already had, and
Yep.
then just recoloured them.
Aye, it was just like brown rather than
was just
green or
recolours.
something.
Oh, and I was like, this is
I feel a wee bit
unfortunate.
bad for them, right? Because think about the years that it takes to make a video game, and they've released it, and like 1 week later, everybody's like, right, well, where's the DLC? Dead by Daylight have
know.
got a new thing. Where's your new thing?
Every
and they're
3
like,
months, I know.
we've just fucking released the game. Jesus Christ. And I think they're maybe off to an unfair start, because right at
think
the
so.
start of it, they're getting compared for day one to Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight's very mature. They've been going for ages, and they've obviously got resources.
7 years.
Aye.
And the thing is, if you think about it with Dead by Daylight, they sometimes have bugs in game that can last. But the thing is, some of them are game breaking in Texas Chainsaw. So there was a lot of times you would get stuck in place in a map,
It happened to
and
me
you
a
had to just DC.
handful of times, aye.
But the problem is as well, I feel really bad for it because you can tell that the game is made with a lot of passion to kind of keep it as close to the original as possible. The wee details that they've used and the actual passion that has went into creating that game, you can really see it and feel it when you play it. But I just feel like they tried to listen to the community, but they were quite cheeky on social media. I don't know if you ever noticed that. And I thought, right, okay, I get you don't want to take shit from greeting-faced gamers, right? I would totally be the same.
I think-
But there needs to be a level of etiquette, and the
Aye.
fact that people who have genuine feedback for you are actually afraid to say it because you don't want to fucking be retweeted on the account and basically shat
Snide.
on by the devs.
Aye.
And they were snidey, do you know what I mean? And I was
Yep.
a bit, that put me off a wee bit.
Imagine the sort of stuff that they're reading every day, though. Like, you know how entitled gamers are. You know what I mean? So
You would snap.
it's
I would
very
probably be the same.
unprofessional. You know what I mean? If you're running a dev account or whatever, obviously don't
Just
do
ignore
that.
them.
Aye.
So there was people that were obviously winding them up, but what they weren't ignoring them. They were retweeting it, going, fucking slagging them off, and then explaining why they couldn't do that thing that the person was moaning about in a certain way. And it's like, see if you just ignored that and actually retweeted valid feedback
Aye.
and explained it in a nice way. That's what soured my opinion on it.
Sounds like what they need is a social media person, and they need to get the head down and work on the game and keep that separate, because it's a different job, innit? It sounds like somebody's reading the tweets and responding emotionally or reacting emotionally rather than just responding like a business or something. So I can see both sides of it. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with the game. I knew when I was playing it at the start that it maybe wasn't going to last for the 7 years that Dead by Daylight lasted, but it seems like that's it, more or less. Just
I think it's kind of got an average of about 1,000, 1,500 players at the moment, and its peak was about 20k.
Right. I remember going on Twitch once, and there was a third of the people, numbers-wise, playing Dead by Daylight than were playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So like 3 times the amount of folk at one point, and then I guess
I think a lot of the players are probably console as well, though, because it came out in Games Pass.
Aye.
They're doing a 30% off sale now as well, but not on Steam. On Epic and something else.
Right.
But not on Steam.
Desperate, isn't it?
But the thing is, you would think if it's not performing as well on Steam, you would maybe try and push it a wee bit more on that platform.
Aye.
And then another thing as well, that because there was massive cheaters, remember there was a massive problem with cheaters at the very beginning of it, like within the first day.
They had to split
people
console
had cheats.
players and all of that as well. It fucked everything up.
Yep, that really fucked it, because like so many people weren't able to play with their friends, you know what I mean? So they basically said PC is no longer cross-play with anyone else, so PC players were stuck with PC players, which then I think soured the PC players' experience, because then they were stuck with all the cheaters, and it was like a much higher concentration of, or a much higher thing you were going to get put with them. And then that's what put me off, because I was like, and the lobbies are a nightmare. So because you're in, it's 4 survivors and 3 killers.
Aye.
They
weren't as bad for
if
me.
people weren't getting the character they wanted, they were backing out, and then the timer would reset, and you were sitting there for fucking 5 fucking minutes to
I
get into a
didn't
game
see that
sometimes.
as much as others, because I played more or less exclusively as Bubba.
Family.
So
Yeah.
when I'm in, everybody doesn't want to be Bubba. They're like, all right, you go him, and then so for me that wasn't an issue. But I've heard it's absolutely brutal. That's a wee shame, isn't it?
That is a wee shame, because I was so buzzing for it, man.
It was a good
And I
game.
really loved it when it, like, see in the tech test and stuff, I was like, this is fucking brilliant. Halloween sale, by the way, on Steam sale starts next week.
Oh, aye.
It can be a drag being a CM. Aye, absolutely, man. Like, I can imagine having to see some of the absolute fucking horrendous takes on like Twitter and stuff like that.
Aye.
It's a pure drag, but I feel like bringing attention to them is because if you think about it, right, so me as somebody who absolutely loved Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right, I followed them on Twitter and Instagram and everything.
The game.
And I was wanting to keep up to date with it. The game, right? I wanted to keep up to date with it, right? And I felt like all I was seeing was them just retweeting negative comments and being negative back to it. So that was putting a fucking pure downer on me. I don't give a fuck about these shit takes. And that's what I was just seeing my feed fill up with. I wouldn't mind seeing them retweeting good constructive feedback and explaining, no worries, we understand, we're going to get on this as soon as possible. But it just felt like this pure, constant fucking negativity flow, and then I just get sick of them on Twitter, you know what I mean?
They're clearly not having a good time with it, are they?
No.
That's a wee shame.
They arted all the bad takes and then like basically went really hard on it, like they were being cheeky as fuck in response, which I get because, you know, somebody's cheeky about a game that you're really passionate about, that you've put a lot of time and you've worked on it. But I feel like RTing a bad take and then being really shitty about it, as much as you want to, it doesn't look good for people who are really invested in the game side. I was just looking at that going, that's a bit childish. You know what I mean? So,
see, with video games, like, maybe it's because I'm a bit of a casual gamer, right? And I don't care if anybody thinks less of me because of that. But see, when I buy a video game or want to play it, I just want to like sink a couple hours in my free time into blowing heads off. I don't want to have to follow drama and like follow the accounts of certain things and keep up to date with the news of, right, there was a press release about this thing, or do you know what I mean? I think
Aye.
I think there's just too much. It's asking too much.
I just want to see game updates and like maybe clips from people that are doing cool shit in the game. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That I didn't know about or whatever.
Get me
it's just
excited
stuff
about
like
it.
that.
Promo your
Exactly,
your
get me
thing.
excited.
Aye.
So that's a shame. Do you remember Dead by Daylight, the behaviour devs, they brought out a game called Meet Your Maker?
Was that like a dating game? I remember they brought out like a shitty
that
dating
was-
thing.
Aye, so I can't even remember what that was called now. Fucking.
Just like for a laugh?
It was kind of for a laugh, pretty much, aye, and it kind of kicked off. Just people played it just out of the fun part of it. But
No,
they
I've
brought
not
out
heard
something
it.
called Meet Your Maker.
Never heard of that. What's that?
It's like a base building game, right? So you build a base and you can put traps in it, and you can put like you can basically build it as you like. But the whole purpose of it is to challenge other players to try and like get to the core of your base, which is like a crystal or some shit, right? And you need to build it in a way that you want to make your base the most difficult to get through. So there's like spike traps, and you can put like enemies in certain spots, and people need to try and navigate through it, and you get like a grapple and you can ping across. So the idea seemed really cool, but I've recently seen someone talking about it. I went, oh, fuck, I've not heard much about that. And they've released fucking t-shirts for it and everything in Dead by Daylight.
Right. That's the
because
first I've heard
obviously
it.
well, this is what I'm saying. And it's got 25 people playing it. And it's like 8 months old. So that flopped hard.
Well, I would, if it's a good game, I'd guess that's because of poor marketing. Because I've been playing Dead by Daylight quite a bit. Well, no pure loads, but I follow Dead by Daylight on Twitter,
Yeah.
Reddit.
Never seen it.
Oh, no, it's the first I've heard it.
I've never seen any adverts for it. The only reason I found out about it was because I seen Darva playing it, and obviously that was a sponsored stream for him.
Right.
So Behaviour reached out to him and went, everyone watches you because of
Aye.
Dead by Daylight.
Yep.
We are the people who make Dead by Daylight. Us are releasing a new game. Can you play it? And Darva played it on his stream quite a few times, but the minute he stopped playing it, I feel like that's when I didn't hear or see anything else about it.
Must
and then
be.
there was like in-game t-shirts you could earn that were Meet Your Maker t-shirts, and they were ugly as fuck, so didn't care if I got it or not.
It must be pure shite being a video game developer. Must be
They had
absolute
a game
shite.
called Death Garden as well, Sidey's telling me. I remember hearing about that, but I've never played it. Have you ever heard of Death Garden?
Nope.
That was another behaviour game. And I'm sure Meg, there's a Meg cosmetic where she has a white mask. Have you ever sing Meg's wear that white mask in the
I
game?
think so. I thought that was maybe something to do with Legion.
No, I think that's a Death Garden thing that you could have got.
Cool.
I think we might have played it actually. I think I might have played it, but I don't recall it. Was it? I think it was like something to do. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Sidey. Was it something to do with a maze, and you had to get out or something like that? I bought it, dropped off. Pretty great idea. It's a great idea. So that Meet Your Maker, it looked really good fun, but I feel like it's one of those things that it just once you'd done like 5 or 6 bases, right? You're like, what now?
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So, oh, Fred,
Wee Freddie, I think there's somebody at the door, maybe. Hopefully it's just a delivery because I'm not getting up. What's
I
up?
just remembered that I ordered some electric toothbrushes today.
Yes!
Yesterday, so they should be getting delivered today.
Dynamite. I ordered 120 Weetabix bisques quite recently.
I love Weetabix.
I love Weetabix
How
as
do you
well.
have it?
Just milk, then a wee bit of honey over the top.
Oh, honey.
But all my honey was
I
all
just have
crusty
milk.
this morning, so I couldn't.
Sometimes a wee sprinkle of brown sugar.
Very nice. Very nice.
Don't like fruit and all that on it. Makes
No,
me feel
fuck off.
sick.
Tory pish. No chance.
That's fucking, honestly, fucking fruit in your cereal. Fuck off, by the way.
Well, Rachel was out shopping a couple of weeks ago. She's like, "Do you want it?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fine." And I'm like, "Oh, actually, text her back. Could I get Weetabix, please?" She's like, "I no bother." So she brought in not Weetabix. I'm no snobby, right? I'm no snobby at all. I'll eat own brand stuff. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't wear like Nike or Adidas or anything like that. But see this particular version of own brand Weetabix, Jesus Christ, man, it was like prison gruel. It was like gruel that sort of just dried
Was
out.
it I was it that type that when you put milk in it, it immediately just goes soggy, like it just goes.
I don't even think it did go soggy. It was just like it retained its structure.
Oh,
Just like solid.
I used to mush my Weetabix, and that was when I was wee, and I used to love it like that. And sometimes I used to have it hot.
Oh,
I used to have like. It was essentially like Weetabix fucking porridge.
I'm into it.
See, now that makes me feel sick, but you need to try it if you've not tried it.
I'd be into that.
Just mash it.
Aye.
And
See,
you put hot milk in.
when I was wee, I'd maybe consider putting like half a spoon of chocolate spread in there as well, mix all of that up. But that's why I currently don't fit into my Stormtrooper outfit.
Well, I was the same. Like, I feel like there's some things that I no longer fit into. And I remembered when I first moved into this flat, obviously fake it till you make it, as they say, I was ordering the McQueen's whole milk, right? And I was drinking that out of a glass bottle and that, you know what I mean? I really thought I was something.
Check it out, man. You've changed, Dando. You've changed.
And it used to have like that actual proper like,
Aye.
you know, the fat on the top.
Yeah, we sort of.
And I used to scoop that out and plop it in my coffee, man.
Yes.
You could see the fucking grease, man. And I had that for like a year in my coffee and my cereal. And I'm like, I wonder why I can't fit any of these jeans anymore. And then I just looked back and I really thought I was like fucking queen of the castle when I first moved here, didn't I?
Well, it's healthy. It's like good fats, isn't it? Natural, proper.
Aye, I think it is.
Aye.
But no, as much as I was consuming, I was
fair
going
enough.
through a fucking bottle every 2 days or something, man. So that was good.
Well, that's why I had to
Right.
buy so many fucking bisques, is what I did, because these other ones are shite, man. I've still got them through there. I might try and use them for paper mache or something, but they're not even they're not even rounded. They're just like sharp cornered.
Proper square.
Aye, they look mental. They look like you wouldn't want anything to do with them. So
No.
tried them, had a wee taste, and I'm like, these aren't for me. And went onto Amazon, and now if anything, I've got too much Weetabix. I've had to store it in 2 separate places. Do you know what I mean? But that'll be me sorted for at least a year or something. Sorry for flexing on my quantity of Weetabix.
How many do you have?
2
in a bowl?
every time, 2. But what's that face for? How many Weetabix bisques do you have?
Fucking a minimum of 3.
Really?
4 if I'm feeling adventurous, aye?
Interesting.
2's fucking bizarre behaviour.
Well-
it might say that on the packet.
I think what's happened is, right, over time they've shrunk. However, over time I've set in my ways. So
Right, well, you need to fix that. Add
how
a
do
wee
you
extra.
fit 3 into the... Because
Like
the bowl's
this?
circular, isn't it, right? So if you've got one here... Hold on. So if you've got a circular bowl, right?
I'll try and show you with my highlighter pens.
So that's here. And then if you put a bisque in this side, that's 1. Put a bisque in that side, that's 2, and then that's your bowl filled. But
No,
there
no,
isn't
no.
enough room. Maybe I need bigger bowls. But
You could get a bigger bowl.
you couldn't arrange
like a
that.
ramen
Could
bowl
you
or
arrange
something.
that in your bowls?
Yeah, you put
Surely
them
you'd
like
need to
this.
stack them or something. Like on its side, like how your slim
Dominoes-
PlayStation
even
2
Dominoes fall.
could stand upright, or you could make it
Yeah.
flat. So it's like that.
So, like when dominoes fall over onto each other, but lengthways. Does that make sense? I'm trying to show you with my like here. If I show you these, like I put it in like hold on, like you know, like that.
Aye. This has blown my mind.
That's it. That's how they go in.
Thanks, Dando.
Height wise, put them in the below that. And plenty of them.
Just when you say dominoes, I'm thinking like I've got 120 of these. I could create a Weetabix domino chain,
Fucking
couldn't I?
Weetabix Dominoes, aye.
Here,
That'd
I'm
be
away to
good.
do that, right? Fuck us. Guest star nonsense. See you later, Dando, right?
But I know I like Weetabix. I found that I like own brand Crunchy Nuts,
Shout.
and Marks and Spencers do a very good own brand Crunchy Nut, and they're inexpensive.
Marks and Spencers, eh?
Inexpensive.
You've changed.
They're very very shiny.
Cool.
So you know they've got like loads of sugar on them. It's good.
I've been hearing a lot of people talking about Marks and Spencer's food recently, and it's been a wee while since I've had a Marks and Spencer's food place next to me. Apparently, the gunpowder chicken is fucking dynamite. I've never, but multiple people.
I've not tried that.
Almost like a
Is it
coordinated
like a
ad
main?
campaign. I don't know anything about it. I haven't actively searched to find this stuff out, but just I have overheard, as a matter of coincidence, in the past couple of weeks, different people unrelated talking about this gunpowder chicken.
I'm going to test it.
Are you?
Aye. And what I like about M&S is the dine-in for two. That's brilliant.
Cool.
That's a good time, that. And
I was going to
funnily
dox you
enough,
there.
It's £12. Aye.
I'm not going.
you know where the M&S
Oh, you
is.
were I know.
Just have people turning up at M&S. That little Dando.
Shouting outside M&S. Dando!
Chasing me, my local man. No, fucking M&S's dine-in for two is 12 quid, right?
Okay.
So you think, oof, M&S, dead expensive, you know, dine-in for two, that's a fucking starter, and a dessert troops for twoies,
That's
right?
decent,
And if you're really hungry, it could be just for yourself.
Yep.
So I was like, that's £12 night, £12 for one night of food. I mean, you could go out and maybe get something in for a takeaway. I went to Tesco's, guess how much their fucking dine-in for two is?
£16.
£12, it's the same price. You
Really?
might as well go to M&S. Do you know what I'm saying?
It just shows
the
you.
butter is shite though.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you that. See, M&S's own brand spreadable butter, crap.
Right.
Don't do
Even
it.
salted?
The salted one's pish.
Right.
It's no spreadable, and it's the least spreadable of the spreadable butters that I've ever used.
I don't fuck with the spreadable stuff. See anything that's like, oh, we've engineered this to be a bit more like margarine and that, I'm like, you fuck off, man. I'm not having any. What is this wizardry? Don't you? Because it's your monounsaturated fats and your polyunsaturated fats and all of that. And I remember ages ago figuring it out. And once I figured it out, I'm like, right, I never want to think about this ever again.
Yeah.
And so then they're coming out with, oh, but there's this new thing. And I'm just like, la, 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 la.
No.
Because butter's hard to figure
Get
out.
yourself a butter dish.
Do you know I got a butter dish?
And just get normal butter, aye. Because I was doing that for a wee while, but during the summer it's a fucking cunt because the shit, it ends up just a puddle.
Aye, a butter puddle.
You know what I mean?
Makes
Aye,
it easier
pretty
to put on
much.
your toast, though. I
Or
think
your
it was.
popcorn.
It's because of you that I got a butter dish. You recommended that I got a butter dish. Seriously, I've just
What have
realised.
I not recommended you that
I know.
you've got?
I've just realised you're this heavy influencer. Because you're like, oh, my butter dish, and I'm like, butter dish? What you pure cutting about with a butter dish? Oh, I live here now. I'm going to get a butter dish. I'm like,
Aye.
you're like, no, it's really good. And I'm like, do you know just like maul your butter with a knife when you bring it out the fridge, like everybody else, and then not successfully spread it on the bread, and then all your bread's all fucked, just like everybody else? Dan's like, no, they invented a butter dish, so you don't
Butter
have to do
dish.
all that. Bought a butter dish, and my life's been a lot better since, so
Better.
thank you very much
Told
for that.
you.
Thanks.
It is. It's a much more pleasant experience. In the winter as well,
Uh-huh.
your butter's always at a nice room temperature. Do you know what I mean? It's perfectly spreadable.
Do you know?
The best butter dish on the market, however,
Right.
is only available now probably in fucking antique shops. But if anyone remembers, in the sort of early 2000s, right, Lurpak were doing coupons for their own butter dish.
Aye.
And it's got the wee Lurpak man on top,
Is it got the wee...
and he's the handle.
Right, okay.
And it just says Lurpak. And I'm annoyed because I actually seen it up at that antique bit. You know that wee lane that comes off Byers Road? And it's that antique shop.
Starry
that's
Starry
like,
Nights and all of that up there, and you've
Aye,
got
that's up there, that area,
Remnants.
right?
Aye. Is it
Aye.
Remnants?
I think it's Remnants.
Relics.
Relics, because Remnants is done now, I think.
I'm thinking Remnant Kings.
Kings, aye, that's gone, which is
Is
so
it?
sad.
Next to the
Aye.
art school?
Uh-huh.
Really?
It's gone. I was looking up recently because now I'm into my crocheting and that.
Aye.
That went bust during COVID, I think.
That's rubbish,
Remnant
man.
Kings.
Where's everybody
That was
going to
a
go
good-
for
that
the
was a good
fabrics?
day out,
It
by the
was.
way.
That was a full day out. I loved that place. I'm not even the
Permanently closed.
bastard. I'm not even that into my fabrics, but that was a fantastic resource if you're doing anything with material.
Actual, by the way. I've still got some fabrics that I bought for them, so they are now keeping them, not using them.
I'm genuinely a wee bit
Raffles and
annoyed.
that. No, that's Argyle Street, Raffles, I think. Innit? Aye. That's the Hidden Lane. Know that one. Unless I'm mistaken.
Do you see that for Kiriami?
Toast rack. No, Rye.
No, I'm saying Kiriami's saying, tell Dando there are loads of Lurpak butter dishes on eBay, less than 20 quid.
Oh, really?
Aye.
Oh, I see it now.
There you go. £13
Less than
on
20.
Etsy with a toast rack. Dando,
Oh, you get the toast rack, I know.
Dando, buy it. Dando, go for it right now, man. See, before one of the viewers gets it, go for it. Dando, impulse buy a Lurpak butter dish. You really
Don't
want it.
fucking, because listen, I've impulse bought 2 fucking electric toothbrushes yesterday.
I'll sit here and wait,
£70.
right? Get a butter dish, man. I dare you to get this
Also-
butter dish.
Impulse bought gummies again.
All right.
Just fucking freaked out. And I went, I'm buying hundreds. And I bought too many. And I immediately regretted my purchase. And I was like, I've sent it now.
I'm just trying to figure out what I can say. Because if you've bought too many,
You want one?
but that
But
would
the thing is, it
technically...
never works out too many.
No, it doesn't, because you're always like,
You know what
I'll
I mean?
have another wee shot. But
Exactly.
I'm mainly abstaining for all sorts of fun stuff for the most part, though. For the wee
What
bit.
about a Halloween party?
Well, I'm not really having a Halloween party.
You can come to the Halloween party.
But then I would be out and engaging in fun stuff when I'm out and about, particularly in a city, that would be hellish, man.
I bet if you just take a wee one.
I just want to be in my
Like I
bed or
did
something.
when we went to B. Dolan's gig. And I remember I was like, actually, this is a fucking bad idea, by the way, because I'm no great with this shit.
Aye.
And I had a great time.
I didn't touch it
Just
that
like-
night. Didn't touch it at all because I was like, this is the first I've been at the house in about 4 years, and sometimes I'm scared of my own hands. So what I'm not doing is getting into a state around people whose opinion I care about, because
Yeah, that's true.
I might just end up in the toilets greeting because I feel like I'm in hell.
Well, the only thing that happened to me was me finding that poem thing fucking weird and uncomfortable.
The poem thing? Or
The poem girl.
She was good.
But like, good as in I respect the art,
Aye.
but
It was powerful.
very awkward.
When you're standing pied out your face, sort of thing. Aye. As a spoken
'cause
word
I'm
person,
not-
I forget what her name is. I think she did the same course that I did as well. So I'm trying to speak very positively about her on here right now. She's great. You're
Jack
wrong.
Knows her. Jack knows her. It wasn't that I thought, like, I was actually sitting there and I do remember being like, this is really fucking the use of words and like using the thing that's so simple, talking about those alien babies for the
Aye,
90s. I
aye.
thought I was class
It was brilliant.
because I was like, man, I wouldn't even think of those words, man. But then at the same time, I remember looking at her just being like, this is fucking weird, man. Like, I'm just standing here.
It was weird.
Listening to some cunt talking about alien babies and with big words that absolutely no cunt says, man. Like, and then I just kept looking about, you know what I mean? And remember when I clapped and I didn't stop? And then I went, I forgot to clap, James. And you're like, oh, right, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I mean?
I was standing watching it. I'm thinking, this is a wee bit weird. And Dando just leans in. James, I forgot to clap. But then I forgot to stop
I forgot
clapping.
to stop clapping.
And then I stopped. I'm like, you're having a good night. And you're like, aye.
That was funny, man. That was good. Oh, God.
No,
See,
it
that's
wasn't-
what I like, shit like that.
It wasn't Mathego in Glasgow, so I've saw footage of Mathego in the other gigs. So I can't remember the person's name, but she was very, very good. Iona or something, maybe. Something like that. Very good.
Can't remember his second name, though.
But that was good being out. That's the first I was out
That was nice.
in a long, long time, and it went very, very well. Do you know what I mean? I usually stay inside as a matter of principle, but that was very pleasant. Met lots of excellent people, and I didn't have the fear in my heart.
What else?
There was a scenario involving bit of cheese, which was a wee bit weird. And if ever the night did venture into terror, I think that would have been the opportunity for it to happen. And the fact that we navigated all of that without terror, I think, is a sign of growth, personally. Aye.
I do, yeah. And I wish you'd said aye.
I now wished I said aye as well.
Because I really want, like, now I feel like there's a massive grey area.
Do you want to briefly give the plot points of what happened for
I
anybody?
love telling this story. I love it. This is my
I've
go-to.
told it a couple of
See, if I was
times
to do stand-up,
on mine
this
as well.
is what I would open with.
Yeah, Dando, me and you should get right into stand-up, man.
We should
Like,
do a
right in it.
double act.
Let's be like Pash, man, but really confident, but I think it'll be good, man. I want to put a lot of my time into that.
I think that would be amazing, just writing pure shite jokes, but like really that confident. They were like, "We are fucking funny," us, by
Aye,
the way.
yeah.
Going up on that stage, really thinking we were something, and just dead silence in the room, man.
I want
I love that.
the confidence of a Tory MP's child, and just go out and fucking, here I am.
Absolutely. So the cheese merchant, me and James took a wee break, went outside, just standing about waiting for 10:30's pal, and we were just having nice chats. James had his back to a shop, right? Just a wee newsagents, just like your typical newsagents.
I'm stone cold
Sells all sorts.
sober as well. Stober. I'm no stone cold
You
sober
already
at this time.
knew, eh?
It's because I tried to say stone cold sober and ended up saying Stone Cold Steve Austin because
yeah,
I've said
yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin more than anyway. So I hadn't touched any booze or anything at all for the full night. Sorry,
Aye.
Dando.
So 10:30 was in a good place, and we were just chatting shit, and I had my phone open, right, and this guy, two guys walk out of this shop, pair of them have fucking carrier bags in their hands, and me being the observant person that I am, I'm scoping out the bags, and as I scope out the bag and see what's in it, they turn around to 10:30 and go, "Excuse me, mate, do you want to buy any cheese?"
Mate, do you want a bit of cheese?
And 10:30's like, no, pure taking it off guard, right? Like, no, mate, it's all right, no, I'm sound. And I seen in these bags, and inside these carrier bags, these cunts had cheese.
Wheels of brie,
Like,
isn't it?
brie of all cheese, the fucking good shit. Fucking the Presidente brie.
They
Right,
didn't look
actual
like
cheese.
brie guys.
He didn't know that brie guys. More of a cheddar man, I would have said so myself, but James looked at me and went, "Here, I was about 40% up for saying aye there, by the way." And I thought to myself, why would you buy cheese off a guy? Why would you be 40% considering buying street cheese? And 10:30's like, no, I think they meant like cheese, you know what I mean, like weed.
Was
And
a
I
strain of cheese called like that strain of weed called like blue cheese or something? Wasn't it? I think
Aye, like
cheese.
something like that.
Do you know what I mean? They looked more
And
like
I'm
weed
like-
guys than they did look like cheese guys. You know,
I yeah.
or like hash
But
guys.
you eat. And I'm like, no. I think they meant cheese. 10:30, and he's like, no,
blew my
that's like
mind.
a term for fucking weed. And I went, yeah, cheese in the bag. And I swear, I don't think cunts believe me. I was the only one that's seen the cheese.
I'm now
Do you know what I
beginning to
mean?
believe you because you've went on about it for that much since. Because it was an anomaly, right? It was a bizarre scenario that unfolded in front of us. I had a wee bit of cheese FOMO. And I had FOMO when I didn't even know if it was weed or cheese. I still didn't know what it
Aye.
was, but I still felt like I was missing out a wee bit because I potentially could have got
That's why
like
I wish you said aye,
good
because
deal.
then we would really have known. He would have took the cheese out the bag, or he would have, you know, he could have been testing the waters for all we know, right? But oh god, I was going to say something good there.
Sorry.
The cheese man.
Imagine we did
fucking-
buy the cheese and we just took it back into the gig and just sparked it, man, downstairs in that sweaty room, man. Just cheese, just everywhere. Wouldn't they be asked back?
rolled a bit of brie and some skins, man, like that.
Short of your cheese, man.
Perry's just humming a cheese, like fucking.
So part of Crisis Joe is saying cheese is a kind of weed, yeah, bangers. I know part of Crisis Joe, hence the confusion in the conversation that we had with these two guys, and hence the confusion.
Joe, if you had seen the guy and you looked down and seen that he had a bag full of cheese, would you be saying that right now, Joe? Would you? Would you be so confident?
If a guy says
that
to,
statement-
do you want to buy cheese, and you look in his carrier bag and it's blocks of brie? Do you know
It
what I
was
mean?
brie, Joe.
Brie.
The Presidente Brie.
Hence the confusion, because I was convinced it was just two guys trying to sell weed. And I'm like, no thanks, not today. And when they left,
this reminds me.
Dad was like, no, it was cheese. I looked in the bag, it was cheese. And I'm like, fuck off. People don't sell cheese on the street. And Dad was like, you're in the West End. People sell cheese on the street. And I'm like,
I went into the shop to see if they'd cleared the shelf out of the cheese mind.
I remember you walked into the shop to prove to me. And I'm saying, before you walked into the shop, I'm like, this will prove nothing. If you find cheese in there, you're just proving that the shop sells cheese. And if you don't find cheese, you're not proving that they stole the cheese. You're just proving that there is an empty shelf in here that's void. I don't know why you're like, I'm going in to find it.
I did go in, and there was an empty shelf, and it didn't prove anything, but at the time I felt like it did prove something.
Yep.
I did think that they stole a lot of cheese. But this reminds me of a time when I was about 16, right? And I was on the bus with a pal of mine, and we'd been drinking. And I think we were drinking like vodka and lemonade or something, right? And I was feeling really sick, right? And we were sort of not at the very back of the bus, it was a single decker as well, and my pal was on the other side of the seats on the other side at the window, and I was at the other side, and we were just chatting away, and then her phone goes and she's on the phone, and I tactical whitey, because I was fucking feeling really sick, and I just went
tactical
right,
whiting on a bus though, it's not very tactical, is it? Your tactics are a bit...
Listen,
right?
Because we had vodka and lemonade.
Aye.
It wasn't like minging sick. It just looked like water, right? And I was like, oh God, and I felt really unwell. And then like my pal, she tried to us like, oh God, Hen, I was just sick. And she looked down and she went, no, you weren't. And I'm like, I mean, I was, but and she went, that isn't sick. You weren't sick. And I went, why would I make that up though? And to this day, that fucks me off because she doesn't believe that happened ever.
I'd have been like that. Drink it then.
I think about that a lot.
Drink it then. On you go. Is that no sick? No. Have a wee sip. Have a wee sip.
I can't believe that, and that haunts me to this day. We don't really talk much anymore. And
No wonder after that one.
And I always think to myself, she'll probably think of that one day and go, mind that time fucking Dando lied about being sick. Who fucking does that? Do you know what I mean?
Do you ever stay awake at night thinking about cunts like this for your past, and then you're like, I can't get to sleep, and then like you find them on Facebook, and like they've got a different life, man. They've got like
absolutely,
all
man.
these obligations and responsibilities and like wains and like that, and you're like, ha ha. I play computer games, man. What do you do?
Do you know, that reminds me of a time when I first started streaming, and I would be posting on like Facebook at the time. I don't really use Facebook much anymore, but I remember when I first started streaming, and I still spoke to a lot of people from like school in my younger years, and I posted something about my Twitch, and then somebody messaged me, and they're like, oh, I see you're doing that Twitch thing, and I was like, I know, that's a bit cringe, right? And I was like, that, all right. Like, that's not very nice.
I mean, it is a bit cringe, but you don't say that to the streamer.
But then, do you know that way? I was like that, I did the Iron Brew thing, and I was like,
that's fucking class, man. That's class,
and I thought I wouldn't have had that without my streaming. And a pure take, absolute fucking pleasure. See, when I posted that picture of me with my Iron Brew hang on, I was like, yeah, fucking wow, because they still follow me on Instagram.
That's dynamite.
And I posted that with my fucking cheese out like that. See you fucking dafty cringe now, is it? Do you get fucking Iron Brew, aye?
Go to the guy's door, man. Just like, man. Forgotten entirely the interaction, and then years later, you show up at his door like all red in the face and all that, like you're all psyched up. The journey there, you were like fucking just like
Yo, then you said it was cringe. Look at me now. And you'd be like, what? What are you fucking talking about? He's getting his fucking 3 wains, he's married. You know what I mean? I'm like,
guy's on his laptop trying to like remortgage his assets and all that.
And I'm like, anyway, I need to go, I've got streaming fucking off and I'll fucking see you later, that kid.
No, one thing that really empowers me and stuff, because I don't have a lot of personal. Well, I do have a lot of personal drive, but not for like my own vanity or ego. I don't do stuff for me, right? I'll do stuff because I've got an idea and I want to get that out or whatever, but I don't do anything for me. But what I do for me, and I've learned to just sort of psychologically shift gears a wee bit, is remember people in the past who have wronged you. And fucking use that in order to motivate yourself to succeed.
Well, I definitely use that cringe comment
Fucking
to
get it
motivate
up
me.
there, man.
Definitely.
Aye.
I've used that. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm still up for it or if it's still worth my time, and I go, mind that time, and I'll go fuck it and go live and I'll have the best stream ever. Do you know what I mean?
Dynamite. Dando,
It's
see
good
if you weren't streaming, I wouldn't be streaming. It's because of you that I started streaming.
And that is a fucking pleasure.
And let me as
And
well.
I'm very happy. Aye.
So thank you very much.
It's good because we've got a nice wee crowd of folks, you know what I mean? Which is really good.
100%. Well, I remember when I started streaming, I had a situation like this. Somebody invited me on their stream, right? And it was me and a couple other people. And I started streaming. I'd only been streaming for maybe a month or something like that, or maybe a wee bit longer. And I was asked, so what are you doing with your stream? Because they're going around everybody, right? Somebody's playing this video game, somebody's doing that. And I was just new, nobody really knew who I was. So I'm like, all right, well, basically I've got like these sort of ideas, creative projects and all that. And so what I'm going to try and do is just do that on the stream. And I'm trying to, who knows, maybe one day I could maybe do it sort of full time, or it's a wee bit ambitious, but that's what I'm trying to do. You know, I've got like an R2D2 that I've still not finished, and we've got this project here, and because I'm going to be working on these things whether I'm streaming or not, and I think streaming's a good way of just making it all possible.
Let out.
And I pitched my thing, right, and I did it in a way that's like, well, I might be lucky and I might not be lucky, and we'll see how it goes, but blah blah blah. But the person that I was talking to, I still remember it, went, well, good luck with that. Anyway, and they went on to speak to somebody else. And I remember just thinking, okay. Okay, well, it looks like that's where I'm aiming all my efforts now, isn't it? This is exactly what I'm doing now. And very recently, all those efforts paid off. So I'm now getting 70-30 for Twitch.
Exactly.
And I'm
Get
doing
it fucking the
pretty well, thanks to all
Not
you
you,
lot.
Jack.
So thank you very, very much. And to that other person, but that motivation of just like trying to get it round somebody who's an arse.
Aye.
That's the only driving factor that I've got.
It
Nothing
is a
else.
good fire up there, isn't it?
Nothing else motivates me. Maybe if I need a piss, I'll be motivated to like stand up and go into the next room or something like that. But
Aye.
other
No, I'm
than
the
that,
same. I watched a TikTok actually recently, quite dark. Lassie on TikTok's kind of, she's got kidney failure, right?
This isn't
And
funny.
she's dying basically, right? It's no funny, it's no funny. But she uses humour to get over it. Do you know how she got kidney failure? She held her piss in too long. For 6 hours or something like that.
For a laugh, or like,
When she was a wee lassie.
right?
And she ended up getting kidney failure.
I can be a real dangerous thing
So that's motivated me
to pish.
to pish.
Get as many pishes in a day as you can. Everybody's talking about hydrating. Nobody's talking about pishing, right?
Pishing.
Need to remember to pish it out, right? I'm telling you, get your pishes
So
in.
important. So please, this is a message to everybody that's watching. Please don't hold on your pish, man. Like,
Aye.
no matter how awkward the situation is, like I've done it because I've been in like a busy, quiet room or something. Maybe I'm at a like big lecture or something scary, and I've held a pish in because I'm like, oh, do I get up and fucking just honestly?
Aye.
And if anyone says it and go, I'm no dying.
Pish early, pish often.
Pish early, pish often. That's it.
People,
Did you come up with that? I thought it was something in your chat. It was quite good.
people. No, I quite like. I think I came up with it. Nobody said that. Mary Biscuit says, please dehydrate. 100%, Mary Biscuits. 100%. Oh,
So
man.
that's just a reminder. Go piss.
Literally talking pish with Dando. Literally talking pish live right now on the internet with Dando. Twitch.tv/Dando.
Quality material for your stand-up, aye. Me and 10:30 are going to do a double act.
Can I fit in
Can you imagine
some,
us in the stand?
some magic tricks? I've got my head right
Aye, of
into
course.
magic tricks recently, and I'm trying to figure out, man. I really want to do a magic show for Halloween, but I've left it fucking late, but I can't do anything else for Halloween. You know what I mean? Because this is the thing that I've put loads of effort into. And Halloween's in like just a few days, and I'm
surely you can-
stressed out about it all.
Is it going to take a few days to set up?
It'll
Do you need
take-
to record stuff?
Exactly a few days to set up. So
Well, you can start today.
aye, it's possible to do. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. But I'm looking forward
Yeah,
to
you'll be
it.
fine. I've been always like, after watching Pip do that really cool spooky stream when he was out in the woods.
Did you see mine just a couple of days after that, the Ghostwatch thing? Aye, you'd see that one. That
I've
was
seen
really cool as well,
like-
wasn't it? Uh-huh.
Well, because
was pretty-
no, but seeing Pip.
I mean,
and
not
then you
not competition or anything
both-
like that. Pips was very good, but you know, just like also talking about. Sorry,
Yours
Dando,
was
continue.
also
Sorry,
fantastic.
sorry, Dando,
right?
you were saying my
But
Ghostwatch thing was very good. Sorry, what you?
both of them made me go, I could fucking, that's really a good idea. And I've always wanted to bother Mars to pre-record something, you know, and and really make a cool spooky thing, but fucking can't be arsed.
Aye, don't do it, because if you do it, then that means you need to do it again the year after. And then if you do it for 2 years in a row, then you've got a thing.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
You're
your
tied.
thing now. And I'm like,
Exactly. So now you need to do it. You get time, you get the weekend. Tuesday, you get till Tuesday, that's plenty of time.
it's going to be dead good, man. It's
Um,
going to be really good.
Well, you fucking hyped it up now, haven't you?
I might just
that
stop
was a
streaming.
mistake.
I might just stop streaming. Just nobody hears from me ever again. Just go and get a normal job again.
Sorry, pre-recorded spooky thing, Dando. Cringe. But speaking of pishing, I need to go pish.
Cool. What's your plans
Um,
for the rest of your stream? Because we've been talking for ages. I'm up for continuing talking because it's good. But if you want to do other stuff, because I feel like I've sort of.
No, because I like that. It's good for you to mention it because I didn't have any plans for my stream. I was going to play Dead by Daylight for a bit, but I was actually going to finish at 3. I was going to have a short stream today because I've got a lot to do.
I see.
So what I'll do is I'll take everyone over here and bring them over to you, and you can continue the entertainment.
Here. Oh, here.
And is that not a plan and a half?
That would be a very lovely thing to do, Dando, if you're going to do that.
That's nice because everyone's already watching you anyway, aren't they?
Dynamite. Well, let's hang up by now. And
I don't know how to do this without fucking
I've
everything
got a
up.
big red button right in front of me, so I'm quite confident that I can do that.
know, but
It says
if I do
end
it-
stream together, and I can click it.
And I'll just go into a black screen. I can see it.
You'll
I can just
disappear
see it
into the
all
void.
Fucking happening. But this is good. We need to do this more often.
Aye, I'm definitely in it. I'd be up for as well putting like, because literally after I hit go live, no, it was
Yeah.
after you hit go live, I was just about ready to hit go live. I saw that you were live, and I was like, I've not got anything planned here, Dando. Do you want to do something? You're like, aye.
Yeah.
But see if we were doing this and we know that it's happening, we could like arrange.
We could actually arrange wee bits and bobs and things to talk about.
Put a wee bit of effort
the
into it.
best- Do you have like days in which you can guarantee a certain time?
Monday to Thursday, guaranteed, are my Twitch days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I might not be able to. But Monday, Thursday, guaranteed, I'm likely on at 1:30. But I can also be on at night time, what have you, later on.
Yeah. Thursday I can absolutely guarantee, and Wednesdays I can guarantee being on in the early afternoon.
Cool.
So we could
Let's-
chat about making it a regular thing where we do one chat show
Aye.
stream, and then we can come up with ideas and stuff like that.
Dynamite. Here,
That sounds like a good shout, doesn't it?
how's about... Can you do it after Halloween, or would that be too shite? Because let's be on stream with our Halloween stuff on, that would be funny. Anyway,
Aye.
we could chat about this off stream, because what we're doing now is building up...
We're ruining the surprise.
Exactly, and building up hype for something that maybe we can't be arsed with. We'll look back
No,
on that and we're like, no.
We'll do this. We'll do this.
So let's get the Speech Bubbles podcast back. We'll get Pip on the go and stuff as well. That would be fantastic.
Aye. That's the thing, we can guess on and shit.
Aye. I've got lav
Because all
mics
you
now,
need to do-
so we can do that again.
What? I'll get love mics and all.
Aye, well, very good. I'm saying, last time you came over, and I had
yeah,
fucking audio issues and all of that. I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm talking about doing this.
But you know that if the pariahs have to travel anywhere,
It's not happening. It's not happening.
Right, so this is good.
Aye.
Comfort of their own home, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not leaving the house.
And look, you can basically, because you're the thing, you go manage, add a guest. We bring people on, we get special guests. And we've got plenty of special, cool people
We
can
know
get on here.
everybody, man. We're connected. We know the lot.
Collectively, we can get some cool cunts on here.
Well, let's talk about this off stream.
Yes.
In fact, that sounds a bit like work, doesn't it? Talking about it off stream. Instantly, it's not getting done. I can tell you now it's not getting done.
We'll just pick a day, Wednesday or Thursday.
We need production staff.
Is it going to be a weekly thing or is it going to be a
Fuck
bi-weekly
knows.
thing?
I've went off the idea. Sounds like commitment, man.
It does, but the thing is, we could just be like, it'll happen on a Wednesday or Thursday.
I went it.
You know what I mean? It'll happen on a Wednesday or a Thursday. Chat, just remember that. It'll happen on a Wednesday or a Thursday,
Guaranteed.
round about 1:30, and that's it.
If it doesn't happen, your sub money gets refunded. This is a Dando guarantee.
On 10:30 stream, because he's the host.
Roscoe says 10:30 has lavy mics that can hear your arsehole parting to do a big jobby.
Shut up, man. What would that sound like, James?
Sound exactly like you'd imagine. I think I now need to rig my toilet with a lav mic.
Oh, please don't.
Would that be TOS? I thought
Yes.
about, would it be? But what if you don't see anything? So here's one for you, right?
The implication.
Well, I
is
mean,
there.
everybody knows what a shite sounds like. Like, I was cutting about, I like to do stuff in my loft on my stream, right? So if I've got my phone looking at me, and I'll stream from my phone on stream, and I'll walk about and all that. But as I was doing this, I really needed a piss. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, do I need to go all the way back to the computer to go on a not ready screen, to then go all the way back to the toilet to have a piss, then come all the way back to the computer, put myself on the phone screen again, then go all the way back to where I was? Like, would it be against the TOS if I pissed on stream? I'm holding the phone, it's looking at my face, you don't see anything else. You might hear the piss.
I think it would be. I think it would.
Do you think it would get me the
I don't think you should even try it
dare me to try pissing on stream?
or risk it.
Do you dare me to? Here, who dares me to piss on stream?
No, I've known people that have done it with a mic. You've heard them pish.
Aye.
But I feel like if you took the camera in and you had your face there and you were pishing, one, that would be so weird.
What if I made eye contact with the lens as well? I'm just like,
And at the end, the camera shakes a little bit because you're doing your piss shake.
like that at the end, just like no blinking at the end.
What? Oh, don't. I feel I can't. If I had to watch that, I would delete your Twitch.
Exactly, I'll get kidney failure if I don't
I'd
though.
phone the CEO.
Dan Clancy.
The thought of it's making me feel uncomfortable.
I think though,
Don't pish.
it might be good for my career though, because we'll get the pish ban, and then when I came back, everybody's like, oh man, we'll go and watch the pish guy, the pisher.
Well, that Uber Butler's now known as the pish guy. Do you know who that is?
No, who's that?
That's that cunt who made he got #1 restaurant in London on TripAdvisor, but it was a restaurant that he made in his back garden.
All right. And
he
he's done
basically
pish stuff.
scammed the system. So basically what he did was recently he's done something on, I think it's at Channel 4. It's called The Great Amazon Heist.
Aye, I know who you're talking about now. I know exactly who you're talking about.
It's good.
Cool.
It's actually quite good because the whole thing, right up until the very end, I won't spoil it for anyone, but he basically comes across like he's just being daft as fuck, but then there's a big cool reveal at the end that he's just not expecting. It's definitely worth a watch. It's basically about him exposing Amazon's work practices and how they treat their employees, and it's very, very cool.
That's class.
But yeah, what if you reveal you're just pouring water? Well, that would be fine, I think.
Well, exactly. So right, could they ban you for something that happens off screen? Because
Prove it.
who's to say that I really am pissing? It might be like a performance thing, maybe a magic trick. Do you know what I mean? I might be throwing the piss to give the illusion that I'm pissing.
This is what I need to ask. See when you go to a public toilet, right?
I tend not to go out the house, but
Right.
go on.
But when you do you use a urinal or do you go into a thing? Into a cubicle?
If all the urinals are taken up except for one, but it's
Then
right
you
in
use
the
a
middle
cubicle?
of two guys, I'm not going to be
Yeah.
like that. All right, how you do? How you do? Pissing? Aye, me too. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like there's two types of people. There's people who don't care about hearing them pish, and then there's people like me who, if there's somebody in a cubicle next to me, I try and hide the sound of me peeing.
I don't care about the audio, man. I don't care about the audio. Piss like a racehorse, man. I don't care if everybody hears it, man. Pish is pish. I don't mind that at all.
Right.
But I don't want to be in physical proximity. I get like back spray and all that sort of stuff for the guy over.
know.
Don't want that at all, man.
But like I feel like there's definitely two types of people. People who can't pish when they know that somebody else can hear them, and I am one of those people.
Well, in Japan, you've got
and nervous peepees.
wee speakers, don't you? In Japan,
Aye.
you
And then
press a
it
button
plays
and
music.
it's a loud thing so that people don't hear you pish.
Aye.
I didn't tell you this at the time, but remember recently we were out in a pub with Tom Thinks, twitch.tv
Yes.
/Tom Thinks, and Limmy. I went for a piss. I was in the toilet at a urinal. There was only one other guy when I was in, right? When I opened the door, one guy standing pissing. There was about
Yeah.
5 urinals, I don't know what. So, but he's like at maybe this one, right? You've got all of these
Yeah.
left. So if he's at that one, I'm going to this one. Obviously,
Aye.
it's the obvious
Farthest
choice.
away.
So I go in, start pissing, thinking nothing of it. Don't look at the guy or anything like that. You're a guy pissing. Do you know what I mean? Don't make eye contact. It's like an aggressive cat or something. You just go in, you're aware that it's there, but you don't make eye contact. So I start pissing, and I'm aware that this guy's here, but he just starts like chuckling to himself as I'm peeing. But it's like a weird chuckle. It's like a
Oh my.
no, because I'm alone in a toilet with a guy that's making the noises. I'm like, fucking hell. So I just pure like power washer mode, man. Like, fucking get this out of my body as quick as I can. Like that, man. Just got the piss out as quickly as I could. Just pushing on my belly. Get this out of me. And then as I'm leaving, he's still on the urinal. I'm leaving, and I'm thinking maybe he's listening to a podcast or something like that.
No, nothing.
So
Did
I
he
turned
have
round and
earphones
I'm
in?
sort of, I wanted to check for earphones or
Aye.
whatever. So because I hadn't gave him eye contact for the full thing. Firstly, out of politeness because there's a guy pissing, but then secondly, once I realised that he was mental, you don't give folk eye contact. You know what I mean?
because you're the fear.
So, but as I was leaving, I had the foresight to think, right, what if I turn round and as the door's opening, I haven't given him eye
yeah,
contact,
yeah.
but the door's opening, I'm leaving, and in like a magician, in the eye line would mean that I'm just looking at the door to close it, but I would catch a wee bit of his eye, a wee bit
His
of
ear.
him to figure out if he's wearing headphones. So I thought of all, I'm very proud of myself that I thought of all of that as I'm like getting ready. So I went to go out the door, and I'm like, is he wearing earphones? And I went to clock his earphones. But in that wee flash that the door would allow me, in that narrow aperture of time where I could check to see if he had earphones, I looked at him. And when I was looking at him, he was already looking at me. The door opened and he was like that.
Oh.
And it fucking shut me up, man. It was fucking
Why did you
terrifying.
not say it, man? We should have evacuated
I
that
know.
place rapid.
I know. I was ready for it, and I got back to the table, but something was happening at the table. Like somebody was like, "Oh yeah, here you," and then it all went.
all just
we went
went,
outside. There was a thing to do with brawlies and all. Do you know what I mean?
Brawlies.
I
Couldn't find my brawly that night.
couldn't fit the chat in, but that was a wee bit worrying. But I just thought I'd fit that in as a wee part and story there because
Aye,
we're
no, that's
talking
good.
about pishies.
Pissing in that. I just don't understand urinals, and I don't think it's fair that you should have to use that. I think everyone is entitled to a wee cubicle to just sit
Aye,
there,
aye, aye.
pick their nose,
Usually-
scratch their arse.
Usually we've got the choice. Do you know what I mean? I like a
know,
urinal.
but usually there's only like what 2 cubicles, whereas in like my toilets there'll be like 6, 7, 8. Sometimes there's hundreds of them.
Aye.
But I just think, okay, you've got the choice, but if you're at a club and it's busy and there's people using it, there's a wait, so you just end up using the urinal. I think public toilets are just uncomfortable. But I think everyone should have the option to close a door behind them. Do you know what I mean?
Everybody should have the option. I agree with the option. I don't think one is better than another. You know, for people who are equipped with willies, right, you will know.
I think it's so weird that standing next to somebody and whipping out your genitals.
Aye, it is, which is why I wouldn't stand next to them. But
Aye, but even like knowing that somebody next to me is holding their
aye,
bobby.
just out in the air, like the air's
Aye.
the same air that
Soon
my
as you
bobby is
open
getting
your
exposed
cruiser,
to.
There's bobby air.
Aye. Vulnerable. I don't know. I think in terms of like processing, see if you're processing like a queue of jobs, right? And
Aye.
you're just funneling the people through stalls, that queue is going to be really big. You're not going to be able to blast through the amount of people as if you had a combination of stalls and urinals. I believe that. Also, I would like a urinal in the house, because see, just being able to just have a casual piss, just walk in, piss it out, there you go, that's you.
Ah, but you can do that in a toilet, no?
You can, but it's not the same, man.
How?
Quality, just the quality, it's not as novel. You know what I mean? The aiming
do you get-
area is not as good. Sometimes I'll sit down to piss on a toilet.
I know folks that say that, like
wee treat.
sitting down to pish. I always thought if you sat down to pish, the pressure from the pee would lift the bobby and it would squish.
Aye.
You ever tried that?
Aye.
Honestly, man, I'd love to try something like that. Just. You know what I mean? Like, just making a mess, man. Just for a fucking laugh. Just to
Pissing into
out
snow
there.
is good. Do you know what I mean? You can write your name.
Aye.
That's very good.
see, that's fun.
I stopped sitting down to piss though when I did it at work, right? And I tried to draw a diagram to explain this on Twitch recently, but so I'm a guy obviously, and I've got all the bits and pieces that comes with that. So I sat down and work, and most toilet bowls are shaped like that a wee bit. Are you typing James fucking Cam talking about willies?
I'm not typing it. No,
All right,
no.
I thought you were sending me a message. So this is. Can you even see that? Hold on. What have I written at the top? Aye, that's fine. So here's like me like sitting, right? That's not a sexual arse, so it's not TOS.
Yeah,
And this
yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
toilet, right? And that's your normal configuration. If you're a guy, you might have like a wee sort of area here of just like hanging droppy downy bits, right? Which I'm not going to put any detail into. However, the toilet that I found myself on in this particular scenario wasn't as like deep here. It was more a sort of slanted scenario here, right? So see, when I sat down,
Oh,
I've got stuff down there
no.
that found the cold porcelain, and like I touched the wet fucking interior toilet wall. I'm like, oh no!
Ooh, that's like my worst fucking fear.
And the thing is, right, see, because the shape of the toilet bowl was shaped as such that it looked like contemporary art or something like that. It didn't look like a conventional toilet bowl. Conventional toilet bowls are shaped in a way to be able to hold your cock and balls when you're sitting down having a shite, whereas this particular toilet roll was like, oh, it's all art directed and styled and stuff. And so that means that if that happened to me, it must have happened to somebody else. And so how many times a day
Someone can confirm in my chat.
somebody's
So that's
some
not just you. That's
poor
happened to.
soul's cock and balls get smushed up against this wet porcelain, and then I walk in and it fucking happens to me, and that isn't exactly a hygienic surface. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's the farthest from it. There's been shite slipping down that,
Ruined my day, man.
and your balls have touched it.
And dick. Right, I'm away, right? I'll catch you after.
I need to go piss anyway, right? So we'll end this on a high note, okay? And I'll raid into you and you do what you need to do.
Dando, this has been a pleasure. Thank you very, very much. Let's do this again very soon. See you later, right?
Cheerio.
Bye.
See you soon, pals. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I need to confirm.
I need to click it. Fucking hell. End it. And there we go. Oh no, I'm a wee bit blurry. Oh no, I'm a wee bit blurry. Let's fix that. Filters. And then, pew. Nah, pew. Hello everybody, how you doing? How good is it spending time with Dando, man? How good is it spending time with Dando? Dando's fantastic. Just a really long scrot, exactly. Just a really long foreskin. Normal sized penis, but the foreskin, man, you're like, ah, fucking hell. Having to like coil it like a cable. He's alright. Doug the Moleman, it says you've just followed me, Doug the Moleman. But you've been following me for ages, man. You've been following me forever. So, but it's just came up. You must have unfollowed and then accidentally done that. But what I would like to say is thank you very much to Docto for subbing. Hello, Docto. Very sorry that you've had to wait an hour for me to say thanks. Will Zerker, thank you very much for subbing as well. GB Script, thanks very much for subbing. Mary Starfly, thanks for following. Greaseball64, thanks for following. Isher Wood, thanks for subbing. Isher Wood says, this renewed my subs by itself. I ain't complaining. Thank you very much, Isher Wood. Roscoe, thanks very much for subbing. Hoggy, thank you very much for subbing. Hoggy says, bit awkward that my subs are renewing for both you and Dando at the same time. Not awkward for me, mate. Hoggy, thanks for subbing. Mighty Wurlitzer, thanks for subbing. And Albin Albino, thank you very much. Seriously, James, Twitch has stopped my notifications for you like 3 fucking times. Try refreshing. I tried to sub to Kate recently, Cater Cakes, twitch.tv/Cater Cakes, and it wouldn't take the sub. And I refreshed the page, and the money came out of my account. It didn't take the sub, and then I had to wait until the next time Kate was on. I went through the whole sub process again, and then that sort of took. So I don't know. Is anybody else here? This sounds like a scam, doesn't it? I'm like, oh, is subs not working? No, maybe if a couple of you try and sub just to see. I'm not doing that. But let me know if you happen to be unable to sub. Twitch can unfollow automatically? Really? Same happened to me with Scruffy Fox. Oh, Carivore, you're not talking about me being notified that you've subscribed. You're not talking about that. You're talking about notifications of me going live. Got you. I understand. Dando, thank you very much for a raid. Welcome in. How you doing, everybody? All right? This is where the party is, folks. Actually, I've got something planned just for this purpose. Activate party mode. Got a party light. It's good, isn't it? We were just talking there that Twitch seems to not be notifying my viewers for when I'm going live. So, could everybody check that you've definitely got your notifications switched on? So even if previously, to all the streamers that you follow, not just to me, but check for me. Previously, if you followed somebody on Twitch and set your notifications on, you would get a notification when they go live. However, if that streamer doesn't stream for a couple of days, then when they do go back to stream, fewer people will get a notification than if the streamer didn't take a break. For some reason, if you take a couple of days off, it would appear, and I don't know this is 100% fact, but it would appear that if a streamer takes a few days off, that on the Twitch end, fewer people will then get notifications when that streamer returns. Or something. I can't figure it out. But what I'm trying to say is, have a wee look, and if you're the sort of person who wants to be notified whenever I go live on Twitch, make sure your notifications are on. Thank you very much. Thus concludes what I'm talking about. Let's go on with the show. Did everybody get a notification today? Oh, 10:30's went live. A Little Willow says, I have mine switched on, but I didn't get notified today for you. I see. You need some donk on that or something. Incredibly underwhelming. It's a fucking good light, Dando. I got this for B&M Bargains. It's voice activated. I did that bit myself. Party's over. It's making some ridiculous noise though. See this power supply? I think it's maybe overheating a wee bit. Some amount of heat and shite coming from it, so I'll maybe just dismantle it. I do have Discord set up, so if you happen to follow my Discord, there's a notification that should trigger there. It'll be a wee bit later, but you will then be notified when I go live there. Because I'm going to be streaming like later and stuff. Doing nighttime streams and stuff. So if anybody's interested in that and wants to know when I'm going live, make sure your notifications are on. Bowdy here is in with a wee bit of good news. That's right, everybody. We didn't have time today to do the good news on the start of the stream, but we might as well do our good news just now. Okay, I've just initiated... No, wait a wee second. Docs. Social stream. If you have any good news, please feel free to put it in the chat, but make sure that you include the words good news. So Bowdy here is in with a wee bit of good news. Bowdy here says, good news. I bought one of those hooky flipper jobbers this morning. There's going to be hijinks with it. Bowdy, if you don't mind me asking, how much did it cost? Because I think they're about 300 or 400 quid. Does everybody know what I'm talking about? It's the flipper. It's like a tiny device like that, and it can spoof like RFID stuff, and it can spoof all sorts of wireless communications. 180 quid shipped. I want to see what you can do with it. See if you find out that you can cause like some cheeky stuff. Give us a wee shout and let me know, man. Those things are super cool when not illegal. I've heard that if you've got one of them, it gives you the hacker ability to change the price of petrol on the petrol station sign outside, depending on what technology that petrol station uses. It can also spoof like door locks. So if you've got a key card to get into a door, it can spoof all of that sort of stuff. I think it can spoof like travel cards and stuff as well. 180 quid. So let me know how you got on, Bowdy here. I think it's more a toy than a tool for most people. But anyway, so I'm very sorry, Carivore, that you happened to miss my my last couple of streams. But take it up with Twitch, man. If Twitch are muting your notifications when you've explicitly asked them to have notifications, then that's weird, isn't it? And it's hard for me to stream and ask when I'm streaming, so who didn't get a notification? Because if you didn't get a notification, then chances are you're not watching the stream because you didn't get a notification. And so here I am speaking to the people who did get a notification about the people who didn't get a notification. And the full thing sucks. Anyway. However, right, all of that stuff aside, what I'm going to try and do is commit as much as I can to be on here as much as I can, Monday to Thursday, 1:30 in the afternoon. Horrible David, thanks very much for subbing. Welcome in, David. How you doing? Def Ninjas, thanks very much for the Prime sub. And Psycho Cows, thank you very much for subbing. Once again, Dando, thanks for the chat. Thank you very much for a wonderful raid. If Roscoe hadn't asked about your streams, I wouldn't have known either. What do you mean, Carivore? If Roscoe hadn't asked about your streams? Oh, last night, I popped in Roscoe's stream and he was talking about me streaming. And that was the first that you'd heard that I'd streamed, even though you subbed to me and follow me. Weird, isn't it? Mary Biscuit says, I did get notifications, both Twitch, email, and the API we use for our little Twitch alert bot. I see. Something weird going on, man. 5G provider, congratulations. Hold on, we can get this good news on the go. 5G provider is in with a bit of... Oh, my finger's supposed to be in front of that. My finger's supposed to be in front of that. Well, that's in front of that, but it's down a wee bit. What if I press this? No. What if I press... I think this is maybe because I'm streaming it 1030p. Is that good? That's working now. There we go. 5G providers in with a bit of good news. 5G provider says, good news, just finished my VAT. Extra dull job. All the best with that, man. Tax makes me feel ill. Congratulations. Luna Kettle is in with a wee bit of good news. Let me just filter this good news. And once again, everybody, if you've got any good news, let's put it in the chat, but be sure to use the words good news, because if you don't, it doesn't show up. So please include the word good news when you're sharing your good news. The internet has got enough bad news and bad shit everywhere that I like to share good news. If anybody's got any, please stick it in the chat and I'll read it out. Luna Kettle says, good news, I start a 2-week holiday from work today, so I'll have time to start looking at overhauling my setup and getting back to streaming. Fucking yes. Luna Kettle, back of the net. All the very best with it. See, streaming is great, but the whole admin side of it, like this side of the lens, try to organise stuff, orchestrate stuff. For the first sort of 40 minutes of my stream the day the camera wasn't working, I had to restart the computer. All of that, man, every day is brutal. And I'm just beginning to myself sort of get into a position where, for the most part, it's kind of working, but I've personally got a long way to go, man, before I'll be happy with this. Doug the Moment says, good news. Hello, Doug the Moment. Good news, I can reuse my Renaissance Fair elf costume for Halloween. Doug the Moment, am I remembering correctly? Have you mentioned your Renaissance Fair elf costume before? Because that sounds a wee bit familiar. Right, 3Ds, and with a wee bit of good news. Good news, I managed to get my usual Twitch fix despite it being my rare day in the office for work. Right, 3D, I think that is when people most need their Twitch fix, is if they're in the office for work. And then you can, well, it depends where you work and what you're doing, but you can get, headphones, stick them on, and just have somebody blathering away in the background when you're working away. I think it increases productivity personally. Anyway. There's loads on Facebook Marketplace for cheap. Oh, the Flipper thing. You can open Tesla petrol caps with Flipper. We're on about the Flipper spelunk. Bowdy just bought one. Warpath's got a bit of good news, but we've still got time for good news. Warpath says, good news, I have tomorrow and Monday off work for an extra long weekend for one of my best palsies' wedding. Warpath, I hope you have a fantastic time. That sounds class. I've not been to a wedding in forever. Ages and ages. It's been about 2 or 3 years before I've been into a wedding. When Dando says, when you say spoof, what do you mean? Right, so the Flipper thing, if you're still in, I don't think Dando is still in, but so it's called a Flipper Zero. It's a product that you can buy. Looks like this. Looks like a toy, right? But this here is kind of like a hacker tool. And you can use it to do all sorts of things. So, has it got IR on it as well? I think it does. It's got IR, right? Which means that, imagine you're in a doctor's waiting office or something like that, and there's a really loud, annoying telly with like GB News on or something. If you've got this wee device, you can push the buttons and it will make the telly go off. Or, imagine you use a key card for work, but they cost £25 to repair or replace, and yours is a bit stinking. What you could do, depending on the technology that's used, is take your key card that you use to get into the building and work, tap it onto this, and this will remember that key card. And then, in order to get into the building, you would just need to hold this up to the security door, and that would let you in, depending on the technology that's being used. Because with this stuff, you can do lots of mad stuff, but you can't do like... there is still security involved in quite rightly, in different systems that folk use. I don't think you could use it to go onto the Glasgow subway. You could use it to go onto the German subway for a wee bit, but then when the German subway people found out about that, it was quickly patched. So I would assume that would be then patched over, multiple subways. But this here is like, I've seen these go for maybe about $1,500 on eBay because they were made, they were released, and everybody wanted one, nobody could get one. So what I'm saying is, if you manage to do anything exciting with it, give us a shout. And give me a shout in private if you manage to do anything illegal and exciting that you maybe can't talk about on stream. But it's a cool wee device. I wouldn't mind a shot of it, or I wouldn't mind just seeing what can be done, you know? I suppose you could use it to, like, for nefarious purposes if you were a spy, or if you were, if you had a target or something like that, then you could. But I don't know about everyday use. You could spoof somebody's Wi-Fi, and then they would connect to your version of their Wi-Fi, and you could maybe... I don't know, man. I don't know. But it's an exciting wee bit of kit. We've still got good news on the go, everybody. Mary Biscuits is in with a bit of good news. Good news, I got some weird new work. I think I know roughly what that might be, and I'm really enjoying it and saving loads for my huge dental bill. Fucking back of the net, Mary Biscuits. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Spelunk is talking about the flipper, and Spelunk says, I've already used mine to copy my key pass for work just in case I lose that again. Spelunk says, I've also turned off the neighbour's telly. But Margera says, Arduino with a GUI, fancy that. I think it's a bit more, I think is it based on ESP32? So I think it's faster. I don't think there's an 80 mega chip inside it. You can build a comparable device, but this is in a product, you know what I mean, that you can just buy off the shelf and you don't need to, like, invent yourself. So I don't think it's doing anything new, and I think the things that it can do, you can make other devices perform better at. Whoops, hiya, how you doing? But it is undeniably like a nice wee interesting wee thing. You know what I mean? Like the wee animations and all of that on it. But I'm not paying 200 quid for it, or 300, or $1,000 for it. Because I don't have a key pass at my work. And if I do, it doesn't cost me anything to repair it. Dando says, is this legal? The device is legal, but a lot of things that it allows you to do is not legal. But most of the fun stuff you could do with it is illegal. You know what I mean? The default OS is legal. There are alternatives which open up more possibilities for research. That's the one way of putting it, research. Nice one, Sprunk. Let me know if you managed to do it. And Ball to Skew's in with a bit of good news. Ball to Skew says, good news, I've only got 8 weeks to go before I retire? No, Ball to Skew, let me see you. You're no retirement age. Let me see. First off, congratulations, that's absolutely brilliant. Second off, here's a look at your face. Baltuscu, congratulations and all the very, very best. All the very, very best. That's brilliant. Imagine retiring. Oh, it'd be dynamite, wouldn't it? Here, everybody. See, from now on, I'm doing fuck all for any cunt. If you've got a problem with that, you can fuck off. Now, government, give me my 60 quid. Oh, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? I'm 56. Right. Congratulations, man. That is dynamite. Bet the Hitman Sharp's worked it out. He's loaded. Baltuscu, that's fantastic news. Carivore says, good news, I just got a double yolk egg. How good are eggs, man? I've never had a double yolk egg. Violent CBA says, good news, finally got an appointment with the NHS Trans Clinic after 3 years on a waiting list. No more private healthcare expenses for me. Fucking unreal. Violet CBA, that's fantastic. All the very best with the rest of your journey. That is fantastic. I'm hearing, and I don't have any familiarity with this at all other than for people that I'm speaking to, but I'm hearing more trans people, and it might just be the folk that I'm talking to, but it seems like there's more healthcare available, and I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I might be talking the opposite of what the reality is, but from a limited perspective of speaking to people, it seems like a lot of people are getting healthcare that otherwise weren't before, which is kind of, you know, obviously fantastic to hear. However, I don't know if it means that the NHS now has got more resources for like trans healthcare, or if it's just that all the people that I happen to be speaking to have all joined like a 10-year waiting list 10 years ago, and right now it's all just happens to, through coincidence, coming to fruition. But that's amazing. Fucking great stuff. Heathen Rome says, good news, going to Scotland for the first time in a couple of weeks. It's really good, Heathen Rome's. Are you bringing the Doug? It's really good. Mon up. It's brilliant. Loads of room. But that's fantastic news. Right, can I do this? And away. Goodness me. Baltuscu's 56. I think you usually retire at, is it 65? So you've got it back to front. Dando says, oh man, I could go an egg. Recently got wee poacher things. Very good. Wee plastic poacher things. At first I was like, what's this? I'm just going to poach my egg the conventional way. Tried these. They work pretty well. 3 years. Bet the Hitman Shark's asking, how much do you need to retire? What's the ballpark? I would figure out how long you plan on living and then multiply that number by how much money you tend to spend in a year. And that would be it. Heathen Rome says, good news. Going to Scotland. I just read that out. Very sorry. Sprung says, something seems to be moving. Got a few of my trans friends finally getting things like dates for ops and consultations. It's fucking fantastic. Aye, this fan's wild, isn't it? And I don't know what the deal is. This full thing here is telling me it's hot. So what I'm going to have to do is like hide this sort of down the back of something at the other side of my microphone, or just completely undo the full thing and go back to flicking my lights on normally, like a Luddite. So it's really good when I say studio lights off. Studio lights on. That's class, man. I want to set that up to when I hit start stream and when I hit end stream. And that can just happen for me automatically. I think that'll be really cool. Anyway. Depends when you're born. We'll be retiring at 80. I don't think I will ever retire. I think they'll just fuck it up. They'll keep pushing the age back. And I don't think I personally... If the Tories stay in power, I don't think retirement will be a thing. I think something else will happen before I personally get to that age. Amazing, Heathen Rome's. That sounds fantastic. That sounds really good. And if you live longer, you're fucked. Definitely bet that, man. Sure, you need to start working again. Can you make it order a pizza? If I wanted to, I could, Bam Margera. Yes. Edinburgh's fantastic. I went last year, also for the first time in Scotland. So many friendly folk. I'm sure you'll love it. It is not as fantastic as Glasgow, though. Glasgow's not looking... It's not looking good as of late. I was sort of reminiscing last night. Somebody posted a picture on Twitter about Borders Books that used to be in Glasgow. We had a really nice bookshop, Borders Books, in the centre of town, and it was great. And I remember getting in there when I was wee, and I would just kick about, and it was brilliant. It was a fantastic way to just buy a train ticket, head into town, spend an afternoon in the city, and it was brilliant. Obviously, Borders Books closed down, but lots of other places closed down as well. And last night, I was just sitting, looking at, you know, feeling nostalgic for a time that only to me seems like a year ago, but obviously it isn't. It's a lot longer than that. And I'm thinking, like, what has Glasgow got going for it just now? You know? See, if you walk down Buchanan Street, you've got, like, Victoria's Secret, and it all just looks like a big billboard. And then you've got It's all these like international big mega stores. And I wonder if other cities are doing it differently. Like, see if you go to Amsterdam, for example, it doesn't look like Silverburn in the middle of the city. You know, it's considered, and I don't know. I love Glasgow, and I'm just a wee bit worried about it just now. Is what I'm trying to communicate. Anyway, my age is 67 for the retirement. The fuckers used to be 65. It's wild, isn't it? It's wild. Why isn't it just the same age? Basically, we see that statistically you'll probably live a wee bit longer, so we just want to squeeze a couple more years of labour out you. Thank you. Thanks very much. We need to pay for these munitions somehow. There you go. Luna Kettle says, I'm trying to decide whether to take a chance with the NHS or to take the hit and sign up with a private gender clinic. My pal recommends in Edinburgh. Definitely not going a years long wait for the first appointment. As I said, like all the very best with that. And sorry it's so bloody difficult. Dander says Glasgow's actually stinking in the sun. It's kind of funny, hot milk and pish. Aye. I remember when I was in art school, one of the international students, I think she's American, when I was a student, came in. And you heard her before you seen her. I'm working away and I just heard, why does Glasgow smell like ass today? And it was the brewery, see the Tennent's Brewery? Sometimes you go into the city and you can smell the hops for the brewery. But she's like, this city smells like ass. And I'm like, it does. I see when you put it like that, that's exactly the smell of it. Goodness me. You should get that whole voice changed as that. Talking to the AI bit the other day was golden. 10 more of that. Brett the Hitman, sure, I can do that on my phone with quite a good back and forth turnaround, but when I'm trying to do it with this, it takes about an hour for it to respond. So for comedy, it doesn't really work very well. Clem7 says, similar shit happening in Dublin. All these great old places being replaced by hotels. I've been listening to Blind Boy's podcast, and he speaks about, obviously, people are being displaced, and instead of having temporary housing, they're getting put into hotels, and that all seems to... That's obviously got a big impact on like their health, their physical health and mental health and stuff, because you don't have like a kitchen or whatever, and people are forced into living in these places for years and years at a time without any sort of long-term plan or whatever, and it looks like the whole process is arranged to funnel money into like private hotel owners or something like that, rather than just providing services for people in need. And it's all just really overwhelming, man. Baltuscu says, I'm very lucky. I worked in electronics since I was 16, paid into a pension from the start, fed up paying tax, and I've also gave the government another 4 year for taxpayers, so fuck the system. Baltuscu, you've got it all figured out. Fucking enjoy it. That's amazing. Congratulations once again. Bummer Jerry says, who the fuck actually shops in Victoria's Secret? People who want sexy underwear. I've got nothing wrong with sexy underwear, right? I'm not being prudish and being like that. My Glasgow has got sex. I'm not like a Mary Whitehouse sort of thing. I like sexy things, you know, don't get me wrong. That's all cool and all of that. What I'm saying is, though, it's all international corporations. Like big gestures. Like, here's a mega store. And it's a gesture that big that it would just be impossible for like a local company to challenge that. You know? I don't know. I have a mate who's a city planner for the council. 10:30. Come, will we set about him? I get him on the podcast. Get him on the stream, MJ Havoc. I'll set it all out. Or it gave the government another 4 taxpayers. I understand now what you just said, Baltusky. I understand. I misread it. I used to like the smell of the brewery as well until I lived in Glasgow, because you would be you'd be travelling in the morning, you smell the brewery, and you're like, oh, this is, aye, tenants, industry, it's all happening, and it's blowing over there. But then when you live in Glasgow and wake up and smell it, you're having to smell it the full day, it just sort of gives you a wee sicky feeling in your tummy. Goodness me. Aye, the secret ingredient for Tennent's Lager is airs. Does anybody know what I mean about like Amsterdam, or if you go to any other cities in different countries, it seems like they're trying to protect the heritage and integrity of the centre of the city. Other cities don't, other cities are different, but I can just see Glasgow going to fucking shite. And then the latest idea, there's the proposition, have you heard this, everybody, about the Golden Z? They're trying to use a term called the Golden Z, as if we have always used that. And the Golden Z, or I've only seen this written down, but I bet you in meetings they call it the Golden Z. I bet you they call it the Golden Z. But it's basically from Charing Cross down Sucky Hall Street, then down, I think, Renfield Street or something. And so it's a big Z through the centre of because obviously Glasgow's on a grid, right? So they're using the horizontal, then down, then horizontal. But the people that are trying to pitch this new modernisation of the city centre are calling this the Golden Z, as if we've always been calling it that. I've never met anybody who's called it that. But what they want to do is put houses in the centre of the city and turn it into like flats and accommodation for people. Is that no the situation that Glasgow was in before it got modernised way back in the day? Do you not remember everybody used to live in Glasgow, and then you forced everybody out into like all these new towns in order to make room for like capital and industry and business and stuff? But now you're saying that, oh no, everybody does need to come back in. We're going to have high density housing right in the centre of the city. But that high density housing will replace all the shops and stuff that we used to have in that part of the city. Do you know what I mean? Am I going mental? Am I going mental? All I'm saying is bring back Maplin, right? Just please bring back Maplin and put Forbidden Planet back where it used to be. And Borders as well. Thank you very much. This has been my TED Talk. Anyway. Remember we used to be able to just move to Amsterdam if we wanted to? Remember all that before the Tories? Do you say Jai or J? I tend to say Jai, unless I'm speaking to somebody who isn't Scottish and I think they might misinterpret what I'm saying, and I might chuck a J in there, but it depends how I'm feeling. I don't call Jay-Z Jai Z. You know what I mean? It's like when Glasgow Live called the tunnel to the SECC the famous Smarty Tube. Aye, nobody's called it that. Also, the SECC is now called the SEC, and I don't like that either. It's the SECC. Carivore, 100%. We definitely do need more social housing. 100%, man. We were just talking about that in Dublin as well. Definitely need more social housing, but I wouldn't put it right in the centre of the city. Just build it, like, see down at Anderson or something, loads of spare ground down there. In fact, I think that's what they did. I think there's flats and stuff down there. Or just a wee bit further out. We're in desperate need of local business premises. Who knows, man? Who knows? But don't put up city centre flats, man. Aye, Piperdown, the motorway was a bad idea. All started to go downhill when they decided to put a motorway right through the city centre. We need to reverse that, man. 1030 is not going mental at this time. Ryan 3D, I've not been in the new Forbidden Planet. A couple of people have said that. I want to check it out, actually. Maplin was class, man. Bring back our price, exactly. Maplin was quite expensive, but it was good having proper tech hardware shop. It was full of arseholes, right? See, people that worked in Maplin in my experience, tended to be arseholes. However, it was very, very good when you needed a SATA cable before 2 o'clock. I need one. You'd go to Maplin, you would get one, it would be fine. Whereas nowadays, you need to order it on Amazon or something like that, and it's like, don't know. It's like calling MC Hammer McHammer, or MC Escher. Wow. Not going to lie, I keep forgetting Scotland isn't independent. Sorry about that, Bibs. We're really trying our best. Some of us are really trying our best. Govanhill Baths is getting redone. They put a lot of effort into trying to get that all processed and stuff. So maximum respect to the people from Govanhill Baths. Our Maplin turned into a Zavi, which turned into a Dunelm. Here, do you know what I was just getting into? I was just getting into it, and they've decided to finish it. Wilko. I'd never experienced a Wilko in my life. Walked into a Wilko. The next week, I'm reading all Wilkos are shutting down. I'm like, I just found out about Wilko as a concept. Wilko sells stuff that I need sometimes. Thatcher fucked social housing for good. The more I hear about her, the more I think I might dislike her if we met in person. I used to work in a radio station. We had a Maplin 10 minutes away. It was absolutely brilliant, having everything needed for repairs on our doorstep. Like it'll cost you £15 for a USB cable, but you can walk in and you can physically leave with it, you know. WeShed says motorway is great for drivers. But if the motorway was somewhere else, then you could drive there too. That motorway's fucked the entire city. Have you seen all the architecture that was like some really cool places that was knocked down so that they could build the motorway? And now they're telling us that the motorway that they did build is fucked. All the concrete is just like wasted and stuff, and it'll collapse at any minute. So they're having to do extensive repairs, but then the repairs that they're doing turns out to be far worse than what they'd originally thought. So now they're just chucking more and more money into this terrible idea. You know what I mean? Also, you've got the M74, man. You don't need the M8. The whole area is called the SEC, the Scottish Exhibition Campus, and the building is called the Centre. So the Scottish Exhibition Campus Centre. Chameleon, I walked by a couple of signs recently, and the signs said SEC, but you could tell that the sign used to say SECC, and they'd removed a C because you could see the outline of a second C. But, so I don't know. I don't like change, basically, is what I'm saying. Great Wee Shop in the Arches just across the river for Central, full of cables. Where is that? Just across the river from Central. Across the Clyde? Hold on. Great Wee Shop in the Arches across the river from Central. So I'm in Central Station. Is there a river? Rivers. Can't I figure out where you're talking about? But I'm interested in it. I like my cables. CH1195. I remember going to Maplin for the first time, being so amazed that they had Elgatos and blue snowballs and shit. It's unreal, man. I had bad experience with the staff in Maplin, though. Tandy was better, says Blaketown. We had a fake Tandy in Airdrie when I was growing up. Seriously. We had just a guy who decided to open a Tandy, but it wasn't Tandy. It was just, you walked in like he was smoking a cigarette, right? It wasn't anything to do with Tandy, but he had the sign above the door, says Tandy, had the logo and all of that. And you just walk in, it looks as if he hasn't put the lights on and stuff like that. It was a dingy sort of shop. And I don't think he's still going, obviously, because of brazen intellectual property theft for the Tandy company. Wilco has that weird bulb for the random light fitting that you've never saw before, Can't they extend the Glasgow subway? I think they should extend the Glasgow subway to reflect better parts of the south side and Denniston and stuff like that. And then obviously if they extended the subway, it would make a lot of sense to put housing in any of the new stops that they make there. But 10:30 is the kiss of death for any building. Wilco's art schools, Maplin's as well. Roscoe, aye. Tommy Gunner, how you doing? Thank you very much for cheering. I still mourn for Woolworths. Do you remember the pick and mix? Used to be able to go in. Shit, man. Is this channel turning into like one of these Facebook things? Who remembers Rainbow? That's exactly what's happening here. Who remembers getting your pick and mix out of Woolworths? Eh? Welcome to the nostalgia stream for boomers. Tommy Gunner, thank you very much for the 200 bits. Captain Spork, hello, how you doing? Thanks very much for subbing. And Ball2Skew, tax this, ya bass. Ball2Skew, thank you very, very much for subbing. Once again, Ball2Skew, congratulations, man. That's you, mate. Feet up. Feet up. It's just Phil says, I don't think more accommodation is a bad thing, but I don't know why they're letting developers throw up horrific looking blocks of flats amongst the beautiful old tenements. They look awful now and will look 100 times worse in 10 years. I think in 10 years they'll be ready to be brought down. I don't think more accommodation is a bad thing at all, Phil. I think more accommodation is necessary and vital, but I wouldn't put it there because that surely is prime real estate for business and for industry, for people that go to work. That's where the work should be, in the centre of town. That's where shops should be, so we can share resources and stuff. We've got one central hub where you go if you need your USB cables or you need your messages or what have you. I don't think that's where accommodation should be. I think accommodation should be not right in the very centre heart of the town. Because obviously there's loads of other things that should be in there that now don't have a home. But I don't know, man. I've just got a BA. I don't know. I hope it all goes well. I'm glad I'm not involved in all the council meetings because it sounds like a pure headache, man. Mine from then 74 stopped randomly near Carmyle. Aye, well, not really. I don't drive. I want to start driving. I think that's my resolution for next year is to try and really get into driving, man. I want to become a driver. Oh, Priceless Computing. Chameleon, now we're talking. Is Priceless Computing still going? I love Priceless Computing. I used to visit that when I was a wee boy. There's Priceless Computing, and then what was the other one in the south side? World of Computers, I think. Oh, you're bringing back memories now, man. You used to go in there, you'd go up the back. Some guy would have laser printed 2 or 3 sheets of a shopping list. And it would just be like a warehouse vibe. And you'd go in, you'd look at this list, you'd be like that. Could I have a 3D Voodoo FX graphics card, please? And he would disappear and he'd come back with it. Priceless Computing and World of Computers were 2 fantastic venues, and I hope they're still going, man. None be going to Willows every Saturday with your pocket money and getting a load of pick and mix and a single. Aye, who remembers CDs, everybody, man? I remember when Cineworld was UGC, me too. Yep, me too. Millennial is the new boomer. I'm 37 and I'm still considered a millennial. And I'm still in the media considered a young person. Millennials these days are... I'm 37 years old, man. When my dad was my age, he had a motor, a house and 2 wains. When my grandpa was my age, he had like a full-class job, a house, a car. Like about 6, 7 wains. But anyway, Blind Boy talks about this a wee bit as well. I think I'm maybe regurgitating some of his stuff, so I'm not going to bring it back up. But everything's fucked. Not a Jockey says, have you ever played Cities Skylines? There's a new version just released. You could create your idea of a new improved Glasgow with it. Not a Jockey, that sounds like something I would probably get right into, but at the expense of the rest of my life. And I would end up floundering and I would lose control of all my other obligations. So I saw Lemmy play it recently. It's a great idea, but I don't think it's for me. I remember me and Those Eyes had an idea of building Glasgow because he created a... what's that venue called? Hairdressers, the old Hairdressers, which is a pub and music venue, and he made that in Minecraft, and it looks exactly like the venue, even though it's just like simple blocks and stuff. Obviously, you're familiar with the Minecraft textures, but I was watching the video of that, and the whole vibe of the venue really resonates. So I was thinking, this was a good couple of years ago, I was thinking, wouldn't it be class to have a private Minecraft server and only invite streamers that we know, and the whole purpose of it is to create a full replica of Glasgow? And then I immediately went off the idea and just did something else instead. But I think it should be cool. Are you familiar with the Glasgow urban model? So there's this Glasgow urban model. It's like a 3D model. 3D urban model, Glasgow open data. Right, check this out. So I was thinking at some point it would be wonderful to export this model into Glasgow urban models 3D digital representation. Yep. So this is Glasgow. And it looks like it's running at... Oh, no, here we go. I thought I had a frame rate issue. So wouldn't it be great to feed this into the Unreal Engine and to be able to drive about? So this version that we're watching just now doesn't have textures, but the textures do exist. So you maybe need to have special access in order to put the textures on or something. Don't know how to get the textures on. But here it is. And so obviously it matches up with like open street data. And so potentially, if you were so inclined, you could export all the road geometry for like open street maps or something, use those splines to model a 3D road in the Unreal Engine, and then import all of this bananas geometry. What is that? Oh, right, that's Buchanan Galleries. Look at that, man. It looks like the fucking Death Star. Dip, 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 loo. Dip, 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 dip. Do a right click. Fucking doom, 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 dip, doom. Ba-ba. So that's where Donald Dewar stands in it. You would need to model the stairs. So this is the centre of town that I was just talking about, and I think round about here, I think it's that building maybe, is the Victoria's Secret that I was talking about. And just that full surface here is just like a big billboard. And then if you look over here, it's some other like multinational corporation and they've got a big billboard. And if you're walking down here, it just seems, I don't know. I really like this building here, right? That's on the corner of, I think it's like a pizza place or something. This building here, one of my favourites in all of Glasgow. If I could buy a building at some point, it would either be that one or it would be the Lions Chambers. Now, where would that be for here? You familiar with the Lions Chambers? Is it on West Nile Street? I think it is. Crockett's as well. Crockett's shut down. I think this is where the Lions Chambers is, but it doesn't look very good there because they've not modelled it correctly. So let's show you photos of it, but it's one of my favourite buildings. Oh, wrong screen. But look at this. I mean, it's obviously fucked now, right? Because it's been lying. Apparently there's some issues between multiple people that own it. I think different people own different floors, and because there's extensive repairs needed, the people who own it disagree and can't come to any agreement. And so because of that, this amazing asset right in the centre of town is just decaying, it's crumbling, and I think it can be redeemed, obviously, because it's made entirely of concrete. So it's one of the first brutalist buildings in Europe, I believe, and because it's made entirely in concrete, concrete absorbs water, and that's a real big risk and a big issue to the integrity of the building. But that's fine if you treat it and if you know how to address it. But unfortunately, this isn't being addressed, as I said, because of some political disagreements between the folk that own it. As far as I'm aware, everything that I just said is true. I might be telling you old information. But if I won the lottery a couple of times over, I would like to buy this building and we can all move in and we will have a streamer commune and it'll be great. It'll be a right good laugh and it'll just be brilliant. That's what I want to do. But that other wee building's kind of good as well. Hold on, I'll show you the other one that I was talking about. Go into Google Street View. Do excuse the sound of that fan. You won't hear that the next time I'm streaming. So if I go to Nelson Mandela Place, And then, where's the wee Street View guy? I'm going to dox myself here. I can't do this. I'm in Google Street View and it's like, home, here's your home address, here's your work address. Blah, blah, blah. In fact, no, maybe I can do it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll have a risk. We'll take a risk. I just want to show you this. I know you can't see where I am. Trying to find, where's Nelson Mandela? So there's Buchanan Galleries. Down here, so it's like round about here. Buchanan Street, Nelson Mandela Place. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So here's the wee building that I quite like. So you stand here. Look at all that, look at that amount of folk, man. Tartan Plus. Building that likes this one. Just cool in it. The top of it's kind of cool, you can't really see it from here. But if I won the lottery, I would take that. It's a lot better than like that pish, isn't it? Look at that. 90s pish. Aye, that's what I was talking about, like H&M. It's just a big advert. Let's go up here a bit further. Look at that. Stinking, man. Look at that. Look at how just unconsidered all of this is. Look at that. Amazing bit of architecture. Brilliant. Brilliant. Look at all of this, man. Look at the thought that's just been put into that even. Right? Compared to... Anyway, so let's have a wee look up here. More just industrial glass shit. Let's have a look over here. This is all covered up. Again, another big billboard. But it does feel like, feels like Silverburn or something. Or like a shopping centre, but just right in the centre of a town. Like, not Scottish, not Scottish, not Scottish. I'm not saying that things need to be Scottish, right? But just imagine you've got a local business. You've got fucking no chance up against like this. You know what I mean? Anyway. I want to show you, before we stop Street View, I'd like to show you the Lions Chambers because I've been moaning like fuck. And, oh, it's raining over this bit. Like, look at that, man. Rolex. Do you sell many Rolexes in that shop? This place is ours, man. It could be used for better than that. Anyway. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Oh, Jungle Rumble. That used to be Flip and Hellfire, didn't it? Do you remember Flip and Hellfire? Rai3D's asking, could the 3D model be taken into Unity? That's what I'm thinking, man. It's called the Glasgow Urban Model. I think you need to apply for the textured version of it. But if you do anything with it, give me a shout, because I've been thinking about this for a long time. Glasgow's mapped in 3D on Google Earth. Had a little cut around there in VR version recently. Interesting. Also, I think there is now a tool for Blender that lets you import 3D scans for Google. I've not done that yet, but apparently you can import 3D scans of buildings from Google Earth into Blender and have that as 3D geometry. I think you're very, very limited as to what you're allowed to do with it once it's in Blender, but I think there's a free plugin or a tool, I remember recently. I need another browser that let me, I definitely do, man. Is there a store called Groundskeeper Willie's Backyard? I'd go shopping there. There isn't, Tenacious Leech. Groundskeeper Willie's for Aberdeen. Why is literally everything besides consumer electronics absolutely and utterly shite these days? Cadillac Poop Develops because we had it too good for too long. Most of our success comes from like colonialisation, doesn't it? Most of our riches and wealth comes from exploiting other people. And then I think we kind of stopped doing that about 100 years ago, kind of. And so now everything's just sort of getting shite for us. I think that's what's happening, but I can't tell. Also, when all of that stuff's happening, there is a disproportionate amount of wealth that's getting fed to folk that are already very, very rich. So there's more money in the top amount of rich folk than there is amongst everybody else. And so because of that, there's less resources going about and everything's just fucked. Everything's just fucked everywhere. Nobody knows. And I think that's what's happening. Same thing's been happening in Leeds. Loads of buildings with character torn down over the last decade or so, and soulless glass-fronted stuff. Aye. It's fucked, man. Did you know that the Vans logo is the square root of answer found in all calculators? I did not. I did not know that. The H&M building be used as an example of 100 years as good architecture. Everyone hated brutalism. I don't know. I think in order for it to be good architecture, it needs to fulfil a purpose. So that big H&M building there, I don't know a lot about architecture, right? And I think that a lot of architects nowadays are limited with materials they're allowed to use, different regulations and all of that sort of stuff. But like, look at that scene there. That's not a functional city, is it? Look at that person there and all of this. I don't know. I mean, you get that everywhere. But I'm just saying, culturally, we've lost some stuff, man. Like, see that building, right? That building used to extend. See, if you go to this side of it, you can see where there used to be other stuff. Look at all of that. So that used to be rooms and things that's been knocked down. And what's been put in its place? This fucking shitty thing. This used to be an information office. And it was quite useful. It had utility as an information office, but then they've changed it into this. And you can go and buy like a tea towel with tartan printed on it, or you can buy a postcard of like Glencoe or something to tell your family that you've visited Scotland. You can buy a postcard of Glencoe while standing here. I don't know. Oh shit, is that person alright? It looks as if they've just fallen over and somehow blended into the ground. Look at that. It's unreal, isn't it? I'm really enjoying kicking about Street View. Just mind if I just keep doing it. Because Apple and business models. What I will say is, right, I don't like Apple very much as a company, but their integration is a bit more tasteful than, say, Victoria's Secret. Look at that. That's the Apple store, the Apple shop. That's it there. And I would say, obviously, Apple have got more resources than most to put into these sorts of things, but I would say that's more tastefully done than what happened up the road a wee bit. I used to work up there. I used to work just right here. And I would visit here every single day. Have they still got that? For a wee while they had like a wrapping screen round here and you could see text and stuff on it, but I think they got rid of it. But I used to work up there. And the only time that I've ever been in bother with the police was smoking a wee joint up there. In fact, I don't even think I got to spark it. Glasgow 2018. Shit, how old's that, man? Aye, so see all this 3D stuff? Apparently you can import that into Blender and use the geometry from it reasonably well. But I'm not too sure about that. I don't know. I've not actually done it. Maybe we'll try that on stream at some point. There's been a plugin for a while that provides the UI maps from Street View. Can you import like this actual 3D geometry and have textures and polygons and stuff? Because that's the one that I'm thinking of. Oh, did you know about the cool flats, man? There's rich guy flats. Where are they? With like a garden on the roof and stuff. Is it here? No. Is it here? Ah, it's maybe here, I'm thinking. In here's fucking cool. You've ever been in here? You've got like this private garden terrace bit right in the centre of town. And then another up here. It's decent. It's time to know if you can get up the lighthouse again. I've not been up the lighthouse for a bit. Wouldn't mind a wee squiz. What's all of this spare grun? And who designed that path? Jesus Christ. That's one of the shittest path arrangements I've ever seen. Fucking hell. Maybe it's because it's on an incline. You can't do a direct route or something like that. Maybe that's it. Where are we anyway? Merchant City. Anyway. When the wealth decreases, those with the most of it preserve it for themselves first. Aye, that's what's happening, isn't it? I used to go to a burger van on an industrial estate called Salmonella's. Brilliant, brilliant. A wee Glasgow couple, Salmonella. Shows go back in time using the Seymour dates thing. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, Hugh Foster, sorry, I've since lost my place and where it was. Same here, Tenacious Leech, nothing fits me in H&M, absolutely nothing. I just have a emotionally horrible time whenever I enter one. Architecture used to be an art form and a science. It was used to edify and glorify, please the eye and raise the spirits. Now it's an exercise in lowering cost and maximising profit. No building made today will be considered beautiful in 100 years. I completely agree, Cadillac Poop to Phil. Anyway. Oh, aye, the wee Apple repair guy's funny, isn't he? Just brazen. Just absolutely brazen. And the things I'm talking about as well aren't purely aesthetic considerations. Like a building has got a function and a purpose. Shit, what's up with this building, man? It looks as if it needs to be put down. Oh, I know where that is. This is near High Street, isn't it? And then I think, didn't that actually go on fire? That was a class wee building. That's a cool wee pub. And then didn't it turn out, because obviously somebody's wanted to total this full this full bit, and there was a tiny wee cool pub left standing, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe maybe that's why they're scaffolded up, because of the fire damage. What are all these numbers over here? Ah, right, because there's no buildings there. That should just get the stuff. Well. I remember when Google Earth blew everyone's minds. This is mental. Aye, Google Earth still blows my mind for day to day. Absolutely wild. I think the lighthouse is still closed. It's just Phil says, I once went to Breckenridge, Colorado. Breckenridge, Colorado. And thanks to laws around town planning, companies like Starbucks are only allowed small sign outside and can't change anything else to alter the building's appearance. Aye, I think maybe we need better planning. You know what I mean? And that's down to the council and stuff, I think. I would imagine that's down to the council rather than at a national level. But anyway, it just shows you. It just shows you. Buildings are always suspiciously going on fire, definitely. That was a cool wee pub. But anyway, I'm sure it will soon be replaced. All of this sort of aesthetic will be replaced with all of this sort of aesthetic. Just pack in as many Singaporean students as we possibly can, because they are very, 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 very profitable. Anyway, that's no there, is it? That's like... Anyway, sorry, I'm a cynical bastard. What's this colour-filled building? Is this real? Or it's just like a construction facade? That looks snazzy, doesn't it? It's just a part of the construction. But imagine somebody had the balls to like paint a building that looked like that. Oh, it'd be brilliant. I love Street View. Anyway, I've not had any food today, and I think Dando's put me in the mood for some eggs, because we were talking about eggs recently. So I think I'm away. I'm going to treat myself to some eggies. Maybe give Fred some eggs as well. And that's what I'm doing, right? That's what I'm going to do, because I've got wee sort of pangs of hunger in my belly. So let's go into Twitch, see who's on. I might be on later tonight, everybody. It's very, very possible I might be on later tonight, because I've got some stuff to do. What I was going to do today was go through all of my USB cables live on stream, and that would be like a big, exciting, wonderful thing. And I didn't. I ended up just chatting to Dando, and I'm really glad that I did, because I enjoyed that. So, what I think I'll do is... Whoops.
I want them to look.
Shush. What I think I'll do is get some food in, wait for Rachel to come in, all of that sort of stuff. And maybe I will come on later tonight. But here's the deal. You need to make sure your notifications are switched on. See if you have already switched your notifications on. Have a look and see if Twitch have, for some reason, turned them off.